After a short period lost at sea, I am back to bring you the latest, greatest rematch in Irish Dota. Wong's Bakery taking on Sentinel Island Esports. Somewhat of a rematch of the finals of our previous LAN, and who else to join me on such a momentous occasion as my dear, wonderful, handsome friend Taylor. Taylor, how we doing?
Hello, hello. I'm good. I'd say it's like mostly a rematch. I mean, Voxo is heading the stack again, as he did, at the LAN. Damage by his side as well. But these three players, I've seen them play so far in Div1. They've played very well. New blood to the scene, but yeah, they are looking good. To be honest, I would say, the best chance of taking down the undefeated Wong's Bakery so far.
Yeah, worth noting this Wong side so far undefeated this league. Central Island Esports, as you mentioned, one of the teams that might have a chance to dethrone them. Now, a bit of background on this Sentinel Island Esports squad. So we know Damage and Avoxo, they played in previous leagues, but these three other players, from what I know, they're all players who used to be extremely high MMR players, like 9k back when that meant something. But they've been taking a break for quite some time, and this league is somewhat of a return to force for them. And we've seen that, I think, as this league has progressed, this team is a team that keeps getting better and better. Let's have a read into these bans. The first ban immediately is targeting Nagy, it seems, with a ban out on the Puck and the Quap, but no ban on the Invoker, Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he hasn't really touched Invoker yet this season, and from when I've been playing with him, he hasn't really been asking for it. I don't really think he rates the hero that highly right now, so it's not really surprising. Puck though, this is like top hero right now. Quap actually, if you didn't see, is in the position 1 at the minute mostly,
Hmm.
which makes it very very good, and Carl loves that hero. Undying and Shaman, just OP heroes. On the other side, Wong's taking out the Death Prophet for mostly likely a Boxo. He did play it in the pause 5 position last week, or it might have been on Monday actually. Dawnbreaker Mizanti played as well. He played it very, very well. And the Doom, I can't remember who played it, but I'm pretty sure they played this hero.
We
And
see the
then
first
Nature.
picks here. Yep, go for it,
Yeah,
Taylor.
yeah, I was going to continue with it. Sorry. Wongs really like this hero. They really value the Nature's Prophet. Campkeep will almost certainly be playing that in the position 5. And then Sentinel clap back with the damage Clockwork. This is like, outside of his Elder Titan, this is like his most played hero. And if he's not getting the Elder Titan, he'll get the Clock, or the other way around. But um, yeah, I think he just values this way higher because I think it's a lot higher impact.
Yeah, I was gonna say this damage Clockwork is absolutely something we've seen do damage in the past. It's a hero that he's very, very, very good on. Outside of his Outer Titan, definitely his best. The next ban out we see is the Bat Rider. Do we think that's a targeted ban towards a Voxel as well? He likes to play that in the support position.
Um, Targeted, yes, but also this hero right now is actually it's insane. It does too much damage. It's too good. It's just too good. I think they probably kind of gambled there with the first picks. They were hoping, okay, please don't first pick bats, so we can ban it in the second phase, and we'll just let the clock through, this sort of thing. And they kind of gambled correctly, I guess, because the hero's insane. You can first pick this hero for sure, and Voxo would happily play it, and he has played it before.
The return then is a ban out on the Pangolier. Mezanti on the side of Central Island Esports. We saw it in their second game of their first series. Even though it was a game that they ended up losing, he absolutely played a stormer on that hero. If I was playing into this Mezanti guy, I absolutely would not want to be playing into his Pangolier. So I think that's a very sensible ban.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're not playing any heroes that can kind of play well into it. Like Pango has this kind of weird like I don't know, this weird category of heroes that really really fuck him. But I don't really think Wongs are too interested in playing them. Okay, and they pick up the Darkseer. Mizanti, he played this already. He looked really good on it. It obviously lanes very well with the Clockwork as well. Um, One thing for Wongs now though, now that they see the entire offlane, they can potentially just pick Carl's hero here. Most, I mean, they don't have to, but it's kind of easy to pick when you see the lane.
What position do we think this Nature's Prophet is going into? Next pickup is the Tusk. There's
Yeah,
the Maniac special, if ever I've seen it.
yeah, Prophet is 100% for plus 5. Sorry, this is Camp Key's hero, and as you said, the Maniac Tusk or Lunatic is going by now. And then yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna pair with Shirks for this. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, Shirks is back. I got kicked, lol. Um, so that's good. Tusk, and he has been playing a good bit of Venge. I'm not sure how highly Lunatic rates this hero actually, but generally picking some like ranged hero can be super nice with the Tusk lane because it makes it very easy with the tag team.
Indeed. And
They
the
go for the
Kunkka is the
Kunkka.
next pickup. Do we think that's in the 3 or the 2?
Okay, so this is a really nice pick here actually because they can put it 3, 2, or 1. Um, I don't really think Shirks plays it that much from what I've seen. So most likely it'll be the 2 or the 1 position. Um, and I think they're pretty happy just to wait out the next couple of heroes and then make that decision after they see them because the hero functions pretty well in either position. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it should do okay in laning against Darkseer. But I don't really know how that lane goes.
If it's not the Kunkka and the 1, are you looking at things that lane well to Darkseer, potentially looking at an angle of perhaps a ranged carry, or at least a carry that can nuke down that shelled creep quite quickly?
Um, Possibly, yeah, but I don't really know what that is that Carl plays. He doesn't really end up playing ranged heroes very often, apart from the Quap, what I've seen recently. Um,
Historically, he's a Morphling player as well. I know it's not a great hero at the moment, but it's something that he has in his back pocket. We've seen him play it really well in previous leagues.
yeah, I mean, hmm, it's probably pretty hard into these heroes. Like, first of all, the wall
Yeah,
gives him like the Morph Illusion is so strong. Void Spirit going the Ags potentially fuck him up as
yeah,
well.
good point.
Maybe it's not so good. Uh, yeah, I don't really rate it too much here, but maybe if he thinks it's like free lane into Darkseer Clock, possibly it's something he would want to take anyway. But
Yeah,
but
it's
I
something we've
but
seen
I'm
from him
I'm doubtful.
before.
I'm doubtful though.
But I think you're right. I think the Void Spirit Ags is just too good. Into it. It forces him to build too many defensive items, makes him pretty low impact early on. When this next pick now for Sentinel Island Esports, we'll assume this Void Spirit the next pick of them is the Disruptor. Okay.
Okay. I mean, to be honest, it's pretty. I mean, you know yourself.
Hmm.
It's pretty nice into the Tusk. I think I've heard
Yep.
Lunatic, the Tusk specialist, said this before as well. Like, you see the snowball rolling. Yeah, I mean, everyone's silenced. They're trapped or whatever. Also, glimpsing the Nature's Prophet back seems like pretty good. Like, you can just stop his rotations. Okay, and the Nagi Ember Spirit. This is a classic. I kind of thought that he might pick this after seeing the Void Spirit. I don't think it's like terribly. Like it's probably like a pretty 50-50 matchup, right? But I think just because like he backs himself so much in this hero, that's
Hmm.
he can just get a lot done. And I think it looks like a pretty goated Mage Slayer game so far.
Most definitely. Although I will say, as a disruptor spammer, Ember Spirit, obviously, if he's building something like a Yule's or defensive item early, pretty hard to play distro into him, but it does force him to go for those items. It gives them a really clear cut way, if they're coordinated enough to do so, to get those down. I also really like it with the Darkseer. Being able to get those vacuum wall into static storm combos can be absolutely devastating in a team fight, specifically if that Void Spirit goes for something like that Ags angle that we mentioned earlier. One thing I will say though is that Disruptor, the reason he's so good this patch is because of the change to the Thunderstorm facet, where basically now you get double the length of slow in your queue that you used to have. As a result, you really want to be playing Disruptor in lanes that have kill threat. So we're going to be looking out for this last pick for Central Island Esports, seeing if they do have a core that can actually benefit from the slow and the damage given out by that Disruptor, because Disruptor hates playing from lanes that he's lost. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, for example, something like potentially an Ursa in this last pick.
Yeah, is Ursa in the pool? Yeah, Ursa is in the pool. Oh, they banned out the Timbersaw. I was actually kind of
Hmm.
thinking, is this a Shirk's Timbersaw game? Because it doesn't, in terms of like damage wise for the Radiant, I feel like they don't really have that much. I
Hmm.
mean, like maybe when he gets like a Spear Vessel on clock, or if he goes out in the Void Spirit, maybe that like adds to it. But I feel like if they get behind it all, they really are going to struggle to kill things, especially with things like the Nature's Prophet heal, the Boat Rum, and if he opts for the Mage Slayer on the Ember Spirit, like I, I mean, obviously they still have the one pick left, but I don't know. My gut tells me they may struggle with the damage if they get behind.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm really seeing a lack of damage across these heroes. Going to need to see, as we said, something that gives them that coming out in this one position. But even then, it feels a little tricky. Things left in the pool that can do a lot of damage in that one position. I mean, we mentioned earlier the Ursa is still there. The TA could be something that they might favor here. But even then, have
Oh
that
yeah.
run buff on those heals, it feels rough. And they do ban out that Ursa. So the TA is still in the pool. It is something that they could potentially pull out of the bag here. I wouldn't be super surprised to see it. And the question is whether or not Jones plays it.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what Jones plays. I think he has played a good amount of Shadow Fiend so far, which
Hmm.
would definitely solve the damage problems, but they also have a lot of stuff to get on top of him in the early game. It's like one of these heroes that's very susceptible to just fucking dying. You know, if they like rotating him with Prophet and Tusk, or like even like I don't know, they have lots of options to rotate him. And they picked the
Okay.
Naga Siren last. Um. Okay. Okay. So I don't know who's playing this Naga because
Yeah.
both both Coral and Kamki really like this hero a lot, but the hero is a lot weaker in the position one right now,
Mm.
which makes me a little confused. Um, so it's possibly Nagasaram one or possibly Nature's Prophet one, but I am not entirely sure to be honest. I
It's
think I think Coral likes this hero, but I don't know. I just don't think it's that good right now on this one.
Yeah, very strong in the five position and very much I can see the logic behind wanting to stop that wombo combo team fight coming out from Sentinel here. But as you said, it's gonna be interesting to see what position it goes into because it will define how aggressive they go and good prediction there on the Shadow Fiend. That is what they pick up in that last slot.
Yeah, okay. This here is cool. Okay, so
And
it
it is a
is.
core MP.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think this makes more sense to be honest. I mean, like MP, he still is a universal hero. You know, he still scales quite well. He still farms all over the map, doing whatever he wants, sort of thing. So I think as a position one, I think it's still pretty decent. I don't really know what build they go now, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. The Naga as well, though. Like you said, you know, to reset the team fight against like the wall and the the disruptor ult. Like if they're playing a position, it should be really easy to keep Nagi alive when they try to, hit him with like the static storm and things like this.
Yeah, gonna be a very hard to execute team fight for Sentinel. But if they can take out that Naga before the fights, maybe that's going to be the job of damage. This game is just not allowing her to sing at any point. I think it's going to be interesting to see how he engages in these team fights. But looking at these two drafts, Taylor, what are we calling?
I mean, it is hard to bet against the Nagi Ember Spirit. Like this guy kind of wrecks in this hero. I can't lie. Um, but on the other side of that, I saw Mazanti play Darkseer before, and like if he gets his auras up, this kind of cuck pipe Crimson build, the damage problems that we were talking about for Radiant may just be too hard, outside of Dire. Um,
Hmm.
so who do I think's gonna win? Who do I think's gonna win? Fuck it, I'll say Wongs. I gotta protect my boys.
And just to be, contrary, I'm going to go and say that the side of Central Island Esports have created a bond so powerful that they are about to turn this league on its head and potentially give Wongs his first game loss. Never mind a series loss. A reminder, folks, this is game 3 of the upper bracket of Irish Dota League Season 5. Wong's Bakery so far undefeated, sitting top of the table at this moment, and Central Island Esports sitting second with 1 win and 1 draw. Let's see if they can pull it off. All 5 of the side of Wongs are smoked up, moving through this top jungle area. Looks like there might be an engagement here. The clockwork is moving in towards the area they're set up within. The level 1 feels a little bit stronger, perhaps, for the side of Sentinel, purely from the raises, from the slow, from that Q on the distro, from what the clockwork can do with the cogs. We're going to see if they are going to go aggressive here, but it seems they might have
I
sniffed out this movement potentially.
I don't know. I think the tag team and Tusk, this spell level one is
Yeah.
kind of absolutely insane. Like I would maybe give the level one to Dire, but I mean none of that matters if one person gets caught out in their own like lunatic mad here.
Yeah, kind of hiding around that tree. He is pinged out. They do spot him and they're moving towards him. He
Yeah,
does
the
manage to
same with the
sniff out
Radiant
and
Ward.
cut. Yeah, Could be cut out here. In comes the Clockwork. Has the cogs ready. Pops those cogs. Maniac is completely isolated here. The hit back.
Ooh,
Nice
nice
drawback there with the cogs there coming off the Clockwork. There's not enough damage taken out yet, but good use there. That Ether Remnant catches in onto the Tusk. The chains come out, as
We
does
take
the
Snowball.
Snowball. All of them moving in onto this Void Spirit. First Blood does go for the side of Potential Esports to get the follow-up kill though onto the Void Spirit, but then Kamki goes down as well with that kill going into the back pocket of the Shadow Fiend. So for 2 for 1 with them securing that First Blood. So a nice little exchange there in favor of the side of Sentinel and Esports.
Oof, this damage Clockwork. I mean, what can you do? His cogs are so big.
He's got a massive cog, I agree. Very, very good. And meanwhile, the Ember Spirit's now super low coming to lane. Going to really need to focus on getting that bottle soon. If he doesn't, going to have some rough times here. Looking down this bottom lane as well, Shirks was also forced to take a lot of damage there. Maniac, though, playing very aggressive, forcing out that Disruptor out of the lane to a certain extent. But here comes the slow coming out from that Thunderstrike. Don't underestimate that. It's a really big slow. He might be able to catch him here. Tries to chase him down. The Disruptor doesn't quite connect to the end there, so he is able to walk away. But it's going to be a little tricky for that Kunkka playing on low HP for this lane now.
Yeah, lane's looking kind of rough initially for the side of Wongs. This is not a position you want to be on Kunkka at the minute, but to be honest, it's not the worst in the world. Like, Kunkka, to be honest, all he needs is levels, really, to get his high levels in Tidebringer, and then everything kind of, you know, everything kind of works itself out in the end. But still, I'm sure he's not happy about this.
Yeah, that level 1 fight just didn't quite work out for them, as it enabled them to kind of push an advantage here. Goes for the Simulate there, doesn't quite connect with those lighthouses coming out from it. Seems like they've stabilized somewhat in this bottom lane, but so far Shadow Fiend having a nice start to this with a 5-1. Throws out the raises there, manages to connect one of them onto the Tusk, but overall, probably not what he wanted there. Still though, lane stabilized somewhat with a slight lead perhaps for the side of Sentinel, except in this off lane where the Darkseer's only gotten 2 CS so far.
Yeah, I guess he's just being right-click diffed by Carl a little bit. But to be fair, this is Darkseer's weakest point in the lane. Like, pre-level 3, he doesn't really do so much. The Iron Shell is kind of dog shit. I mean, he hasn't really been saving his mana for that. I guess he feels pressured to try and get the last hits against this guy, but yeah, pretty much like with Darkseer, you get to your level 3, and then you can cook from there. So I guess it's kind of expected that he's getting mocked at the start.
Indeed. The biggest difference, though, is this mid lane. I mean, we spoke a lot about just how good Nagi is on this Ember Spirit, but he's struggling quite heavily into this Void Spirit, despite the fact that we thought that advantage would be the other way. But now that he's got his bottle, able to exert a little bit more pressure, would you imagine that diff was just based on the amount of HP he had coming into lane?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what it was. Like I kind of said at the start, I think this is, from what I imagine anyway, I don't really know too much about these heroes, but I think it should be a pretty even or skill-based matchup, and I think these players probably aren't too far off each other in terms of skill. So I want to say it's going to be even, but Wizard is still continue to pull ahead, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Damage here in the Clockwork, putting him in the pinball machine, getting 2 bounce backs there. Not quite the third, but does get the courier for Koro that was delivering that item to him. So a really big get there in the end. And the Darkseer, as you said, when he got to that level 3, he's now skyrocketing up those last hit charts, now in close to that 4th position below that MP. But meanwhile, a lot of damage coming out here onto the Void Spirit. 1 or 2 right clicks might take him out here, but doesn't quite have the spells off cooldown to be able to do so. But still very, very close there in that mid lane. And now it's the Void Spirit who's being out-regened.
I mean, he's getting good damage in, but he needs to get the creep hits as well. They're pretty good, famously.
Yeah, 24 and 5 already on this Void Spirit, farming up an absolute storm. And
but
he is able to secure the runes, though.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
support there.
Tusk, the pause 4, he's actually won the lane. He has to walk all the way back to base on the side of Maestro on the Void Spirit, which is so good for Nagi's game.
Yeah, really needed considering the advantage that he had up to this point. Going to stabilize that lane hugely and doesn't really give that much up for it because the creeps are going towards him anyway. So a really, really nice play there by Maniac. Really, really heads up stabilizing out this lane.
King Jones, though, looks like he's having a wheel of a time bottom so far. He is top of the CS. Oh, as I say this.
Oh, Caster Curse. Head up with that Torrent. Follow up though. Oh, and a nice use of the Snowball to dodge out that glimpse. King Jones goes down and it tips from Shirks out onto him immediately thereafter.
Nice. Easy kill, easy kill. That's kind of what I was saying before. It's like if you just can get on top of the Shadow Fiend, like, or I don't know, any of the time in the game before he has some items, he's kind of a creep.
He's a weirdo. What the hell is he doing here? Mid lane,
Yeah,
looks like there's going to be a bit of a go here. Could potentially kill off Nagi
Oh!
here, and indeed he does. Maestro with the
my
kill.
Days. Okay, that was nice. I wasn't expecting that, and neither was Nagi. He had the fairy fire ready and everything, but he just did not think that that was going to kill him. Well, really nice by Maestro.
And all that work done by Maniac to try to stabilize that lane is now somewhat nullified, as the Ember Spirit going to fall even further behind, as this Shadow Fiend is able to take this Void Spirit is able to farm an additional wave. Now, using the cogs there, coming out onto this MP. They do the level 3 triple bounce back with the cogs. Huge plays there coming out from damage. One or two right clicks is all it's going to take. Nice use there, though, of the Blood Grenade, but it's not enough. The Surge, he's on top of him. Only one or two more right clicks always going to need, but the boot stiff. The boot stiff. He's getting away, but he has the fast wit. Does he have the Quelling Blade? He does. One more right click. Does he get it off? He does. Down he goes. Kill for Mazanti onto Carl.
God damn. He almost fucked that up, man. This classic nib move. Right clicking on him as he walked beside him. But, yeah, I mean, usually wasting the TP is really bad. You know, if you don't have it, you come back to, oh, okay, what's on here?
Jump in with the Remnant onto the rune. It looks like they're going to try to make a go with this tag team and with this Tusk. He's walking in onto this Disruptor, but he does a really nice use of the Static Storm there, but it's not enough. He's still going to be rolled onto with that Snowball. And now it's this Void Spirit who's kind of 1v3 here, has to get out of here, isn't able to get the return kill onto the Tusk. So a nice kill onto the Disruptor, but they do bring 3 heroes to do it. And meanwhile, King Jones, 45 and 9 on the Shadow Fiend.
I mean, it's good that Carl comes in here and Profit and gets the kill, but like now he's got this big sad walk back to top lane because he already used his TP to try and get home. I mean, it's not the worst. He's gonna get there pretty fast because he has boots, but still, you know, time wasted farming while King Jones is beating ass and creeps.
Glimpse used out onto this Kunkka. I don't think it's quite going to be enough damage. Second one connects. Third one connects. It's almost enough. He forces Shirks out of lane at least. Very close to get the Kunkka.
He remembered about the play at the very last second where he should have tried to X himself, you know, before the glimpse hit. But then I think he remembered you could do that too slow, and it was like mid-cast animation.
But we said before, like, this guy isn't a hugely experienced Kunkka player, right? We're used to seeing him on these comfort heroes like his Timbers and whatnot. So maybe it's a matchup he's not familiar with.
Yeah, I would X that. If that was me, I would X that. If that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I think that if they hadn't kicked you, that this game would look very different, you know?
Yes, Lunatic is a monster, guys.
You're the spiteful lover of Dota 2. This is all you are. Top lane, though, look, they might make another go here. They have the Disruptor connecting upwards. They have the Glimpse ready to go onto this MP. The MP could die here very, very low. Yeah, there's basically nothing he can do. They TP in this Tusk, but I don't think the Tusk can save him. He does have the Snowball, though. The Snowball is holding him. Will it be for long enough? It might be. He's getting out of this. No, not quite. Damage does manage to come off there. They do lose their Darkseer to do so, but they're probably happy enough with this, considering how much attention it's drawn and the fact that they've traded a 3 for a 1.
Yeah, I think if you're Mazanti, you're still decently happy with that, to be honest. Maybe not actually. No, it's probably fine. It's fine. I think it's good.
I think when your Shadow Fiend has 65 CS, you're probably chilling.
Yeah. Why does he have this many last hits, guys? That seems like a lot.
Yeah. The Morbid Mask finish, the Falcon Blade, the Treads, and now looks like could be more trouble coming in here potentially for Nagi. Is hit up with that ult, but has up the Flame Guard this time. But in comes Disruptor with the Glimpse, catches the TP, has the Static Storm. He's level 6. It's enough.
Oh my days. How is Disruptor got level 6 already? I think he's just, has he been in a lot of kills or what? 0-1-4. I guess he has been involved in a lot of kills, and they got their own Wizard Rune, which helped for that. Wow, the such an early level 6, and the Disruptor is making such big moves. He's only level 7 in the Ember Spirit. What a rotation.
Yeah. And level 4 on the opposing pause 5 on this Naga Siren as well. And even damage closing in on that 6 as well. Potentially, did they get a double Wisdom steal that we didn't see? Let me check this.
No,
they didn't. So yeah, surprising to see that much, but a really nice start to this game for Sentinel. 3k up at 9 minutes, Taylor.
Looking good, looking good.
In comes the Cogs again, out onto this Tusk from Lunatic. Gets the triple bounce back again. Damage on this Clockwork has just been an absolute tour de force this game.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, Tuskar just walks up little lane, and now he's got no mana. Now he can't play Dota 2.
Indeed. They're trying
Is
to make
that
a
for
go,
one
though, onto
shard, though?
Mizanti. Mizanti walks
Maybe-
slightly towards him. They could have the shards here, come out. Nice use again there of those cogs, and the rotation comes out from this Void Spirit, doing a lot of damage to Nagi, forcing him back somewhat, throws out that Remnant, but could be glimpsed here. Has the glimpse ready to go? Does he pop it? It doesn't look like he does, because Maestro's right click is enough to pop him out. So they rotate all these heroes and they lose their mid laner. They don't get anything out of it. They're still chasing down. Looks like there could be some trouble here. Followed up now onto Koro again. If he dies again, this could be disaster flame. They throw out the Stack Storm. It doesn't land on anyone other than the Tusk, but that does stop the Snowball Slave, which means that damage is now able to chase him down. Down goes the Tusk, and it looks like this little Naga is going to be the next one to go down thereafter. Out comes the glimpse, tries to dodge it with the illusions.
So close.
But it's a 3-for-0 now with a 5k net worth lead for Sentinel at 10 minutes. But hang on,
he
it's
comes
not
back
over
in.
yet. Nagi's back in. He takes out a Voxo. But could this be disastrous?
Back
He's
in
taking so
Tusker
much
as well.
damage. One more right click's all he needs, and down he
Oh,
goes.
my days, the
They
cogs.
just lost Nagi, and in come those tips. They're raining down. Buyback with Tusk, and it might be a dieback. This could be disastrous here. Yes, it looks like it will be. Down goes the
King
Tusk.
Jones is here.
It's a 6-for-1.
It wasn't a
Jones.
6 for. It wasn't a 6-for-1 actually. Prophet made it out in the end.
I'm bad at counting. My apologies.
It's
Hang
okay,
on.
it's okay, you're
6-for-1. I'm predicting the future. 6-for-1. 6-for-1. 6-for-1, bitch.
Holy shit! He knows.
Got
He's so
him!
good at math.
I know what's coming, baby. You know. Some people just, they cast what's in front of them. I cast what's coming next. That's the run until death, babe.
Oh yeah.
But as we said, a really important team fight there. 86% win probability with a 7k net worth lead at just 11 minutes. And look at that, from the very start of the draft, there's a huge win percentage in favor of the Radiant.
I don't believe these percentage numbers that Valve does. It's woke propaganda. Oh, he gets
Looked like
the
another
Q on
god,
the
Koro.
Prophet.
Yeah, he's just come back. This is 3 deaths in a row now for Koro in very fast succession. That Nature's Prophet
Oh man, why is he
really
I
struggling.
mean, they have the tier 1 up. He's like halfway across the river. You're against a disruptor. You're against a voice bird and catch you. I don't know if he's like tilted or what, but it's kind of uncharacteristic of him to feed in a position like this.
Yeah,
maybe something else happened and I wasn't aware of it, but I don't know. Just looked uncharacter. Didn't look good.
Smoke coming out from the Tusk and the Ember. It looks like they're going to move towards King Jones on this Shadow Fiend. He has no support heroes anywhere near him, but he might have
Do they know
sniffed
he's
this one
here?
out. No, it doesn't look like he has, and he has no
Oh, they found
mana.
him, they
They've
found
caught him
him.
out.
Oh, okay.
Out comes
This
the
is a
root
big
onto him
kill.
as well. Big kill here. He throws out the ult, but in comes the snowball to stop down his place. Can he still get it off? He does get it off, but not fast enough. Down he goes. King Jones dying there. Very important kill.
Carl
And the
TP
tips.
check. Click on Carl for a second, please. Sure. Oh yeah. Oh no, he hasn't even got him on. Oh yeah, big plays to escape the trees. happens. Ooh, voice spirit here though. He has his
Yeah.
vessel finished, I think, as well. He probably is in a position to just solo kill this guy with this.
Yeah,
Alright.
Coral's in some trouble here. A lot of right clicks coming out. They do have that glimpse into the Stack Storm, and a beautiful use there of the kinetic field Stack Storm. Out onto the two of them, gets the kill again on Coral. Coral's 4th death in fast succession. But they do look like they might be able to get a follow-up here onto the Void Spirit. Does it dissimulate, try to pop out, but he actually pops back in with it. He wants to fight here with King Jones back, but without souls, so I don't know if this is the best move for him. Throws out the ulti, but once again, not that much damage because he has just died. Nice use there of the snowball to dodge out that jump. He might be able to fish him off. He manages to pop him up, and down goes Nagi as well. So Lunatic dies, Coral dies, Maniac dies, and they don't get anything in exchange.
Voice spirit choking all his spells there and still living. Illegal, but they just ran out of juice. I guess they didn't have the profit all right. It must have just came off cooldown, or everybody used it there.
Yeah, it's so I feel like so far I haven't necessarily felt the impact of the Naga so much. He's been on the other side of the map for these last 3 fights. Fights that they really did need this song, and when that Static Storm goes down, he is kind of their only answer, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it in the draft. That is the get out of jail free card. Oh, going for the
Whoop.
rune on.
Yeah, go for the steal. Definitely going to get it, but might die
Fucking
thereafter.
Worth, man. Worth. Doesn't
So
matter.
worth. Really needed for them right now. Has the kinetic field up, so going to try put this one on a nice little plate for Mr. King Jones, holding. Oh, he drops the song and TP, so he is going to be able to get out after as well. Huge balls play there. Gets out of it. Really, really nicely done there by that Naga Siren. A nice morale boost, if nothing else, Taylor.
Kamki is so hot when he plays Naga Siren.
Yeah, I mean, we said we wanted the song used. We saw it used, eh?
Yeah, I mean, that's like really nice. The amount of space he created on the map.
Yeah.
Sadly, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything with it.
Indeed, they do manage to get out on the Kunkka at least, but it seems like the
Prophet
Tusk is
has
going
got
to
a
be
voice
down
break.
very quickly. He does, doing a lot of damage, but Voice Spirit still has all his spells, so will be able to walk away from this one. Hit up with that punch, but will it be enough? He does get the trees out onto him, but he has the Quelling Blade in time, so he is able to get away from that. But they managed to glimpse back this Prophet now. Do they have the damage to take him out? They do
No.
with King Jones. Down he goes, pops down Koro. Koro having a really difficult game this game. 2 and 5 on this Prophet.
He's really struggling. I mean, this. I don't know. I think it's just all. I was gonna kind of say one standout player though, but I think just this combination of the clock, Void Spirit, and the Disruptor, just like being able to catch them and kill them over and over. It's they don't know what to do, man. They can't handle it.
And now they have the Greaves finished up on the Darkseer already, so they can really start pummeling down these towers, especially with that presence of the Dark Lord aura being applied to them as well. They can start barreling down lanes, and with a 12k net worth advantage, just 15 minutes, that feels very difficult to contend with.
Yeah, it's at the kind of the point where it's like how do you defend any of your objectives when they have this Greaves and then there's nothing, no auras on the other side. He's got the Blade Mail and Kuga and he's got the pipe queued up, but it's just so difficult to fight right now for Wongs. I think they just have to split the map with Nature's Prophet and Ember and hope, I don't know, hope for some pickoffs or something, because 5-on-5, they are never going to win a fight. Not right now.
Looks like they're setting up for another fight in this mid lane now. The Kunkka has been spotted. Avoxo, he's moving in towards him. Doesn't throw out that glimpse in time, so it could be him who's in some trouble here if the Kunkka makes a go onto him. Decides not to jump in there from the Void Spirit, but bit of a premi there. A premi baby. A premature initiation on that
A premi
mid lane.
baby. Bit of a premi baby, our Void.
They're always the ugliest ones. They're going in now onto this Ember Spirit. Nice jump away there from Nagi. He indeed will be born on time, like all civilized humans.
Wee.
I don't know. I think premature babies have some bad vibes, Taylor. Something about them. They're just fucking impatient, you know? Just fucking chill, bro.
Do they not come out with like defects and stuff?
Yeah, they do. They have like bigger foreheads.
Bigger foreheads? Does that not make them mean they're really smart as well, though?
Only if they're blue.
Their brain is so big.
Only if they're blue. Only for Megamind. Other people with big foreheads are like, you know, like those Neanderthalic knuckle draggers and the likes. Or Yakub, he was very smart. Anyway, it looks like might be a go here potentially onto this Naga. They do manage to take down the bottom tower. Yeah.
Probably going to the clock, it looks like, actually. He's kind of...
Yeah.
Kind of get the hook after the boat, I wonder.
Seems unlikely, especially with the follow from this Tusk. Oh, he does. Nice jump away there, but they do have Nagi trying to follow it up. Gets the root out onto him as well with that chain gang.
Chain gang.
Gang. Whenever we play Ember Spirit, we found a song. It's called Big Chain. You should check it out. It guarantees your Ember Spirit has a good game if you play it. But meanwhile, this Roche is being taken down, and they have the damage in the Shadow Fiend as well as the sustain given to them by this Darkseer. The question is whether or not Wongs have seen this happen. Looking at the ward coverage, it doesn't seem like they would. But seeing nobody on the map for this long, at this point, it doesn't feel like they're going to have any opportunity to respond whatsoever, Taylor. So this age is likely to go to the hand of Sentinel.
Sleep. Their team fight is so fucking dog shit on the side of Wongs anyway. It's so, like, I mean, what do they have? They have a boat, which is on cooldown. Like, they cannot team fight with these heroes. They cannot. Maybe with when they have the pipe, but even then, the side of Sentinel Islands is just so much better. So even if they probably clocked that they were in Roshan, they're like, fuck that, we can do nothing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where often when you pick the Naga Siren, it's because you have something that team fights with it, right? Like something that perfectly matches up, whether that be something like the Enigma or something like the Disruptor, famously. But this game...
No, not really. I disagree. I mean, like, that is obviously, like you said, some pretty good synergy, but I think nowadays what is being picked for is more just like the disengage side of things rather than the, you know, set up and do it ourselves sort of thing.
Speaking of disengage, go in onto this Nature's Prophet, taking a lot of damage, but he's on his own. None of his teammates are here to back him up in any way, so he could be in some trouble here. It might go down. He does have the Aegis still, so the Aegis is pop. They drop out the wall with the follow-up as well, but now this time the song does come out, but the song stops the boat from functioning. But it does mean they get a clean disengage at the end of this. Will they manage to get a Vox win on time? Doesn't seem like it, but meanwhile down here, this Ember Spirit's going down.
Ran out of mana.
They popped the Disruptor ulti on him and managed to pop him down.
Oh man. It was kind of looking good for Wongs for a second, but I didn't realize all the other boys were coming in. Darkseer showed up, and then it just looked horrible. The song though really, really got them out. Like, it's really nice that Prophet was able to get it and continue farming. Pretty sad that Nike goes down, but what can you do?
What can you do indeed? 11k net worth now on this King Jones Shadow Fiend. He is looking incredibly strong. And now, we spoke about the song last fight. He has got the BKB finished up for the next fight. So likely to be less perturbed by the singing siren himself. Willing to throw in that damage even if his team is unable to do so.
I feel like BK is not even that good a BKB game, honestly. I mean, it's not bad, but I feel like because he's so far ahead. I mean, maybe it's just like because he's so far ahead, it's like, right, I buy this, we can't lose, they can never kill me, which I kind of fuck with as well.
Indeed. It seems like the side of Wongs are kind of setting up towards this middle area. Could be potentially gearing up for a fight. No Disruptor ulti for another 1 second, but now that it's back, all ultis are available except for the Song of the Siren, which is on cooldown for another 70 seconds. So this, if any, is a really good time for the side of Sentinel to go. Could make a play here. They're looking at this Tusk. No, they're looking instead onto Nagi on this Ember Spear, taking a lot of damage here. They have the Darkseer to follow up, but not enough to stop that roll away. And indeed, he hops out with that Remnant. Meanwhile, jump in from the Void Spirit doesn't quite connect after that punch coming out from Tusk, but Tusk doing his best to get away, use that Tumbler Toy, but still hit up with so much damage here that he's forced to run away. Doesn't quite connect either there with that Ether Remnant. So the Tusk is able to escape there, but now the Surge comes in. Nice use there of the X marks to stop him in his tracks for the moment at least. Follow up with the Torrent as well as the Shards, but able to get away there on the Void Spirit. But King Jones, he's up the hill, is scouted out by the chains from the Ember Spirit, so unlikely they're going to try and make a go here. Nice disengage there from Wong's Bakery.
They're so hungry for blood on the side of Sentinel. They want kills so bad. I mean, this is, like we've said, what this lineup is really good at, but they're so far ahead. Like, take some tier 2 towers, man. Take the fucking shard. Like, I mean, to be honest, they can do whatever they want, and they're choosing to play very aggressive, which is fair enough. Cool.
I think what the thought process was there was that they just had the ultimates advantage for a small amount of time. You know, it's like, they don't have song, we have all this shit, let's go. But I do agree that if they just barreled down a lane with this 14k net worth diff, they probably just win at this point, especially considering the push that comes out from that Shadow Fiend. I feel like making them respond is probably the move here, but hang on, could be a catch here potentially on Nagi if he's not careful. He does not have a Remnant placed at this moment, and they do have the Static Storm up. He pops from behind him to try and protect himself if he is gone upon. Static Storm is ready from the Disruptor if they catch him out, but it seems like they're not going to connect. But Maniac on the Tusk is not going to be so lucky. Jumped in upon by that Void Spirit, who does have the Aghanim Scepter finished off now, which means that he is essentially cooked. And indeed, there he goes. A nice flambe on the side of this Tusk as King Jones pops him down.
Having a rough one, a Lunatic, man. He was very close to his blink there. As we can see his net worth, he's playing like a, I don't know, like a 2013 support hero with 0 gold.
You know, Taylor, I've heard that when you're pushing 30, your reaction speeds do go down. So maybe that's where it's coming from. I don't know.
He's the same age as you, man.
Exactly, and I'm pushing 30. Going in now onto this big Tormentor, getting the shard, and it's a nice shard to get. It is that Thunderstrike shard for the Disruptor, increasing the cast range of that Thunderstrike, giving it more strikes, and also allowing it to be cast on places you cannot see. So a really nice one. Disruptor used to be a lot better, but with the changes made to his facet, I still think that this is actually the best the shard has been in a considerable amount of time.
Seems good, actually. I'm not.
Brilliant jump in with the Aghanims. Down he goes, tries to split the waves, but just can't do so, and they go straight into the smoke thereafter.
How did they say? Oh, the Watcher Vision, or no? That's the Dire. How's that? I don't really know. I guess they're just really clever.
Check stream delay, check stream delay, check stream delay. Top lane, looks like they're going to do as we thought here. Make use of that Shadow Fiend with that Hurricane Pike, able to hit the tower from outside its range, pummel it down quite quickly. And meanwhile, they jump in instead. Koro's in some trouble here, taking a lot of damage. And down he goes. Their NP is dead again, right as he starts building up some net worth. Just having an absolute stinker this game on Koro.
Yeah, he's having a rough one. What items do he have right now? He has the Mjolnir up. That is generally when this guy starts to farm a bit faster. Maybe with the BKB, that's when he can actually start to pump some damage out. But I feel like in the face of the Shadow Fiend, who's kind of just, I was like, wreck him when he gets his Daedalus up, probably not going to be enough.
Shadow Fiend with 15.5k net worth already, building in towards that Daedalus. King Jones essentially untouched this game, had that 2 deaths that we saw, but even with that, just pummeling through these towers now. Down goes another tier 2 in this mid lane, and they're going to work it in towards this bot lane. They have the Aghanims on clockwork already, Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I guess, like, I think he usually likes to build, like, usually likes to build the vessel in this hero, but because Void Spirit wanted to go it, he was like, fuck it, dog. Get the golden hand up.
Oh, meanwhile,
Kamki
goes down.
Free kill.
Oof. Fortify used on a single creep as well. Not ideal. They do still have that melee Rax Fortify when it refreshes, but jump in now from the Void Spirit immediately onto this Nagi Ember Spirit. They have the ult as well, but without King Jones there, I don't know if they have the damage. Maybe they do actually. Nice use there of the snowball to save him out. Really, really good play there, saving his Ember Spirit. Meanwhile, though, in the backline, here comes the ult coming out from King Jones, stopping any kind of counterplay. And with all these rockets coming in from above, they're in Fallujah. They can't escape their homes. And they're forced back from any kind of counterplay.
He's like, the amount of, like, vision he's just getting on them, so they can't... They just... I don't know. They feel like they can't move or make any plays, chase them, because they're like, right, they can see everything we're doing. What can we do? There's no element.
Second Maniac gets his Blink Dagger, he suddenly just can't use it for the rest of the game because this guy's just fucking rockets at him the whole time. But it could be some trouble here for Disruptor. Indeed, they do catch him out, so that's a nice kill onto a Voxo. All 5 of them there to bring him down, but it's a lot of gold. Look at that, 1100, almost 1200 gold for just killing a Disruptor.
He's a pretty high level, like, because they were very far ahead. I mean, I never really understand how the gold kills works. Oh, they find the Void Spirit,
looks like they go now onto the Void Spirit. They have the Aghanims as well, so they can stop him from jumping away. Oh, he doesn't quite layer out those Resonant Pulses. He only had one of them available, so he does manage to jump away there on Nagi, on that Ember Spirit. So a really important disengage there for them.
So he got 9 Nagi. He's got the Blade Mail, he's got the Kaya. Okay.
Gonna see what he can do with it. They're moving in towards this mid lane. Seems like they're gonna finish up. Ooh, seems like the Tusk managed to get away from certain death there. Just something off screen we didn't quite manage to connect with. But a good job of splitting the map right now. Like, it's been a while since the side of Sentinel have actually gotten an objective.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there only is one left on the outside of the map, which is the tier 2 bottom, which isn't really that good a tower to get anyway. So I think they're pretty content with Shamrock. Kamki once again.
Trying to go for it twice. Oh,
what the fuck?
Counting to 4 is very difficult, you know? 4 seconds is a strange amount of time to try to predict. But anyway, they do have King Jones with the BKB and the ultimate. The fuck is going on here? Silly season, the 3rd ultimate thrown for Kamki. I think they're okay with this.
They're so scared of Kamki's really good hairline and nice glasses, I think. Why else would they drop everything?
Jesus Christ, throwing the whole kitchen sink at that Nagasite
that was a good kill, Types King Jones. they realized how fucking clowny they played.
Yeah, that was an interesting one for sure. But to be fair, an important kill to get before Roshan. But hang on, an even more important kill here potentially could be this guy. Does get the shield off. Can they get him down? Doesn't seem like they can. He jumps out twice. Away he goes. The follow-up, though, from the Ember Spirit with the Dissimulate and the heal on the pipe gets him straight away from this one. And now he's on his last remnant. Kamki, oh my god, his core just gets popped by the wall and the right click. And in comes, damage with that hook shot. And the right click's coming out from the Shadow Fiend, meaning that they lose another 2 heroes. King Jones, with that huge Daedalus finished now, is just impossible to stop.
I mean, if your carry is getting 3-shot by the enemy carry, I think it's time to go next. I'm not gonna lie. I think Wongs are probably feeling a similar thing right now.
The one good thing, though, is that Wongs, you know, they do call it. They are a team that have played from behind quite well in the past. They've quite good resolve in moments like this. But I gotta say, Sentinel and Esports absolutely splattering them in this game.
Yep, feels like. I mean, Feels like an outdraft. Feels like they... I mean, they cooked them at the minute 0 fight. The lanes... I think the lanes went kind of even, right? From what I remember. I don't think they were too much of an issue.
For everyone other than King Jones, I think, who really had a fantastic start to the game. You know, he was up almost 4K net worth at the same time the core was 3. So definitely something I'm gonna have to address going into game 2. Guys, stick with us in about 5 minutes. We'll be bringing you into this.
All the roads we travel, the journey of our lives. Take another picture before we say goodbye. Arm in arm we're standing side by side. Memories fade, but legends never die.
They did drop the recession. Oh my, they got me. Straight into imagine they got me. Okay. Just fucking no, what? Yeah.
Oh no. I'm hungry. Oh, they tip him as well. He messed the echoes. Oh no. He got clipped by the rocket.
Yeah, I don't want to see an echo initiation. Let me fucking win Hex and let them use 20 spells on me and then echo them when they have no spells left. You have all the time in the world, literally all the time in the world. So panic, don't stress.
Just put up on it. Okay, SD's going to be in a bit of trouble. His own carry. He's going to get stunned. He's going to get saved. And that, I mean, they might just go this. Honestly, like...
It's also if you do like Jakiro, aren't you? Then they are the ones who are like, oh, we don't want to get jump on anyone. Yeah, for sure.
Meepo?
Easier to survive. Now the Tidehunters look like he's going to make some trouble. As the gush of greedy coming back in there from Blisket. Maniac also taking some trouble by HP, and now Nagi's TP'd in on the puck. He has the Dream Core, catches both. Maniac giving up his life when he hopes to be a successful fight, and it looks like it might be with Catalyst taking a huge amount of damage here on this PA, but a lift up from the Rubik saves him for now, and it feels like Catalyst might be able to get away from this when they jump into now. Indeed he does. Great patience there, but Shirks is going to punish him with that gush. Things start to go a little bit better for Wongs now. They do get hit by the dual ice path. Follow up now onto this Rubik. Rubik could be in some trouble here, but in comes the Tiny. He says, if my big is gone, so is yours. Tries to stick up Nagi, not enough damage to do so, and now Shirks on top of Handyman, but Rubik was forward with him with the stolen orb, ready to jump onto Nagi as well, but a big snowball from off. It's the fight that won't end, and in the end, it's Blisket goes down. Huge use of the ice bomb there, try to save this fight, but the fight is shards from off, catches both of them. A ginormous use of spells.
Oh my fucking pot, what the fuck?
Will there be another kill here? One or two more right this now. All there is going to be.
Guys, I have to reset.
Will they catch it? A snowball onto it. A one, a two, no one goes down. Ravage pop. His team is dead.
Tiny's coming, go back.
Dire Jungle has the Ravage up. The Voxel gives a break. He pops the ultimate this time.
Guys, look at this.
Has the big player.
This is terrible by them.
If they rotate up, Rubik goes down.
Yeah, I'm coming from the box.
A few more right clicks, all it's going to take it down.
Okay, I can connect on rest now.
And the ringmaster.
We still have relics.
Yeah.
I'll go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Yeah, he's only got the.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
They're looking for more.
Maniac's on top of him. He gets out the punch here. He doesn't need it. He got the stun out.
Not like that.
It's a 3-0. Aha. Buy this hook and buy this Ursa down to the PA. Not sets the fight in their favor. Voxer though, not
If Tiny starts taking damage, it's
is
okay.
Toro on this Ursa, wants to keep chopping people down. Maybe they do. Down goes Nagi, down goes young Handyman in return.
BKB popped by the PA, going in on Koro on the Ursa, but the Ursa is chopping down this DP. The Wheel of Wonder comes in. This DP has nowhere to go. The Ravage comes out from Shirks. They've caught the Tiny in the backlines. The Ursa's on top of down goes the Tiny Wongs, taking this fight into huge fashion now in the backlines. Going in again onto this PA. Ursa chops him down. Rubik, not a chance here as Wongs move their way.
It's going to be a 4-0 in this team by triple kill for Shirks.
One of you can show on this way. We can go around here.
Out of the smoke, jump in. On this
I don't know how to go.
Stay back first though. Big Ravage coming out from Shirks on this title to follow up. That Shiva's guard. Everyone down to the macro.
Ursa's eating, boys.
Yeah. We just have to do the DB when she's out of seconds.
He is the millionaire.
Yeah, couple seconds. We can't know Ursa right now. Just don't let Voxer leave. Don't let Voxer leave. Guys, can you come back with DP now?
Yeah. And this Jack Rowe gonna be
Hi.
last because the box on the left side is a 4-0. GG is all.
I called it. They will be in bits, but they will try and come back stronger at this. The difference is they've trained only to beat us. They trained only to beat us. That's everything. It's just to beat us. Whereas we train to win the LAN.
Yeah.
First LAN, third place. What did Khan say?
Second LAN, second place. Third LAN, first place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Really,
Two leagues in a row with Shiraz. 2 leagues in a row with Shiraz.
I think Spencer Kill beat stuff like what they have. I mean, okay, yeah, run that script. Holy.
He's really trying to go on.
Yeah, he's actually.
Is there anything else that can stand against the might of these two melee players? They decide to go with the light stealer.
I remember those. This is fucking like rank 2.
Everybody has a big farm. Every
always
bigger fish.
rank 1 is average.
But looks like this fight's not done. They're making go now onto Nagi. This would be a really big kill thing. Get it. A very large streak indeed. They bring in Catalyst to try and do so. He's right now. He can. Have this invoker. Do what he can. Follow up with the stream. They get the snowball save off from Maniac. It's ginormous. Will it be enough? It's not enough. They still take out Nagi. Now Eclam in some trouble. They have to back off on the other side though because he is hit with that big Sunstrike. But in the end, the glimpse.
They will try desperation moves. So they have.
They're fun Radiant as well, so kind of free power.
Yeah, free tower. They can chop down these racks. They'll get the refresh.
Prowler's here.
About that.
Prowler's almost dead.
We anti-strated that.
250 gold, lol.
He's in Goro. Those are the backs behind. They do get the glimpse onto him. He says, glimpse onto you. Nice jump out there from the disruptor. Follow up here with a snowball save again for this Tusk. Doing absolute work this game. Follow up on Jackro. It's too good. The Invoker is on point. Lands with a Sunstrike this time. What? Biscuit on this ET. Down he goes. It's a 3-0 and the Rack's gone down. GG is called. Wongs are your reboot land.
It is what it is. Let me play Tuskar twice in Grand Finals, huh?
We're going to take a little bit here on the casting desk and going to show you a little bit of content during the weekend. And I believe you're going to present our prize to the reboot land 2025 champions. I believe that first class. Wong's Bakery.
All the roads we travel, the journey of our lives. Take another picture before watch out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's defiantly. Go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me.
In the book of Samuel in the Bible, there's a story of David and Goliath in which a young man with a small sling took on what seemed to be the impossible, a Goliath of unbelievable proportions that seemed like it could not bleed. But folks, as we know, giants do bleed, titans do fall, and Wong's Bakery have just received their first game loss of this tournament so far at the hands of a very strong Sentinel Island esports squad. I'm Runnintel, going to take you through the second game of this series between Wongs and Sentinel. Taylor, how are we feeling after that first series?
As a Wongs fan, not good, but they've done a very clever play here. They've banned Nature's Prophet, so they can't have Coral play it again. Good.
The other bans seem pretty standard. The Avoxo Death Prophet is out as well. Mizanti plays that. The Clockwork for damage is out. The Undying, this hero's stupid, it's out. Meanwhile, Sentinels stick to their bans from last game. They ban out the Puck and they ban out the Quap.
Yeah, nothing crazy here. I'm just looking at 6 OP heroes banned. To be
Pretty
honest.
standard.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe Sentinel then went on to ban out the Sven, and indeed they do that again this game. They don't want to play into that Coral Sven. Might give us a bit of an inclination to what they want to do.
Okay,
Both games.
I mean, they did not ban. No, they banned a second phase in the second game, or in the first game. Sorry, banning a first phase is kind of crazy, to be honest, in my opinion. But they pick up the Dawnbreaker. This hero is busted, in my opinion, currently, especially in these competitive games. This Mazanti already had a really good showing on it. He did this build. He went like treads, Vlad's, Ags. He was so tanky. It was really hard for the enemy to go on him, and the Ags on this hero is just not okay. It's like so good. Ooh, but this hero made it through.
Yeah. The Sven ban means they can't take out the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, that's why in my head I was thinking there's definitely something missing, like, because there is quite a lot of really strong heroes right now in Dota, and first banning a Sven feels so bad because now there's this guy, the Shadow Shaman, and then this the big snake is good.
Indeed, big snakes are always good. The next phase of bans, we see the Timber. They're not going to give that to Shirks. Shirks, like a player who historically, takes losses a little bit tricky, and I think that they just don't want to give him comfort because they want to kind of have him feeling a bit off here. So it makes sense they ban out that Timber, especially with the Dawnbreaker. And this time they choose to take out the Ursa a lot earlier than last time.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, Dawnbreaker as a hero, I don't think really has many bad lane matchups. Ursa might be one of them though, just because this hero is so insane right now, and kind of just mogs melee heroes. But yeah, I think the thing about Shirk's ban, the Timbersaw, seems clever. I would be very surprised if this game he ends up being on a hero that he is not very familiar with again. I feel like that hero is not supposed to go to him, but he kind of just got drafted into it and had to deal with it, which, I mean, sometimes this happens in captain's mode,
The Darkseer is still in the pool, and it's something that he's quite good on. I could see them picking that up here potentially.
Yeah. The only thing is maybe not so nice with like a ranged offlaner like Shaman.
Amki special, baby.
Ooh, yeah. This guy's pretty fucking good at this hero.
Takes me back to the days where Kamki was their pause 3 and he still exclusively played Winter Wyvern because he was positioning in from the 5. This guy has a huge amount of experience in this hero. Very good at it. I think they're doing what you possibly should do in a game when you're one down, which is just picking things you're very comfortable on, right?
Yeah, I went. He didn't like exclusively play it before, but it was still kind of like a like a special, like like whip it out every once in a while for extra
Speaking of
kids.
special,
That's even more of a special, to be honest. Well, yeah, I mean, damage like 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever the fuck it is. Elder Titan games. This guy's so fucked in the head, but he's very good at Elder Titan, and he likes to punch people with his big briefcase. Wyvern though, good at stopping people punch people with briefcases because of the E. So maybe because they banned the clock, they kind of thought, maybe they had an idea that Elder Titan was going to get picked, so that's why they wanted the Wyvern. Along with the comfort things like we talked about. It's possible.
there's also the fear that if the Outer Titan does build up a considerable amount of damage, and then whoever's next to him gets cursed,
Yeah.
they're getting fucking briefcased.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. Hell yeah.
I'm already really liking the Wong's draft compared to last game. I actually do think that they were trying to trap him into this outer pick. I think it actually is really, really strong here. The question is, they're likely to pick the Avoxo hero here. What do they do in reaction? The Disruptor, again, honestly, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world in terms of dealing with the shackles from that Shaman, from managing to disconnect the Wyvern from the rest of the team. I wouldn't hate to see it, and I like how it plays with the Dawnbreaker.
Mm,
And there it is.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, circle's good. Circle's good. More circles with the Dawnbreaker circle and the Disruptor circle. Yeah,
The
I
main thing
mean,
I think here is just that it might be able to stop the Wyvern from cursing, right?
yeah, I don't know. I think that's smaller part of pick. I think possibly it's just because like he had such a good game on it last game that he's feeling himself and he's like, right, I can just run it back, lads. Do it again. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it also does because Nagi, his favorite heroes to play are the Spear Brothers, the Void or the Ember. Which, Disruptor just kind of mogs both of them. Void Spirit less so because he can
There's the voice
dodge
pick.
with the Dissimulate. Thank God Shirks is on Axe this time though. Like, this hero is like maybe one of the best postures right now, and he really, really likes this hero. He's super comfortable on it. I've been seeing he's been playing a lot in his pubs. So far, it's an okay Axe game. It can be a bit sus to play into Dawnbreaker because it can really fuck up your initiation on Axe, and if that gets fucked up and you can't get the initial dunk to kind of like start the team fight with like the move speed and your armor and things like this, it can get a little bit dicey, especially when they have the turnaround from the Elder Titan and the Disruptor. But outside of the Dawnbreaker, there's no save, so it's okay. Ooh, and they took the Skyrath.
Oh, the Maestro special.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oof, that might be... Okay, well, first of all, he can't use Wyvern E while he has his ult ever, because, that's just like free kill. I don't really know what this is like into the Void Spirit. I feel like the Void Spirit, once he gets some items, like he probably will want like a Manta and an Ags, however, whichever order he chooses to build them in. Then he probably has a good time against the Skyrath. But until then, I feel like he's just gonna fucking solo kill him. I feel like he's just gonna. And they have no save. They have no save. The Wyvern E doesn't do shit. Axe and Shaman not gonna save shit. This, and I mean, I don't know if you've seen it because you've been away, but guy has been kind of tearing face on this hero.
Saw it in the first series that we cast together. He was an absolute fucking monster on Skyrath. My one thing though that I do question, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, is there seems to be a lot of heroes that can jump Skyrath if he is in the back of these fights. You have that Axe, you have that Void Spirit, and you also have that Curse in the Skyrath if he is clumped with his team. It feels like his positioning is going to need to be pretty fucking picture perfect this game.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He can't just die, but he does have the Dawnbreaker to back him up,
Yeah,
save
true.
him in these scenarios.
Mm.
Also the spell lifesteal that Skyrath gets from his innate is kind of crazy because I was playing Axe the other day and I was against Skyrath and I thought, oh, this guy's a wee twink. Like I'll just buy, I'll buy Blade Mail. I'll like stand on his ult and shit and kill him. And then I'm just like standing in his ult and he's just healing, and I'm dying from the spell lifesteal he has. And I couldn't believe it, man. It is more than I thought. It is like a significant amount. So you can get his spells
Fail
off,
to
like,
account for the fact that twigs have innate spell lifesteal. It's part of their vibe. It's part of the
oh
culture,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That is something I forgot about. Twinks.
Waiting on this last bat now from Sentinel and Esports. It's going to be a Coral hero. When we think through traditional Coral heroes, obviously we said before, his Morphling has put in work in previous seasons, but he's not playing it right now. Other heroes that I traditionally associate with Coral are things like potentially his Spectre, which I actually would kind of like to see here. And the Lifesteer gets picked up by Sentinel and Esports.
Spectre gets battered about in lane, and it's too slow. I think.
Yeah.
Let me think what else he wants to play.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, outside of the actually no, you can't pick Morphling here actually because the Elder Titan.
And the Skyrock,
Possibly,
right?
yeah. It could be Terrorblade, to be honest. The only thing is, it's a bit sus into the Elder Titan aura. Because he kind of any of these high agi heroes or high armor agi heroes, he really is a good time against. What is the good matchups against the Lifestealer? The hero's not very good right now, but like maybe like a PA could work to like blow up
I
the
was going to
Skyrash.
say, yeah, I like the
Good
PA
against
pick
the
here.
Lifestealer. I think the hero was in kind of too weak a spot though to get picked.
Could it be a Drow?
Drow is. I mean, they don't have that much jump for the Drow, actually. They actually do. They might have a hard time getting on the Drow, especially if he can just get to, like his pike or something like this. Another option might be the Razor, actually. Razor with like an early BKB kind of does well against the Lifestealer. Should hopefully lay him well into the Dawnbreaker. I know he doesn't really like this hero that much anymore.
But he can put the dog on the leash.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't really know if it's that good though. I don't know. To be honest, I'm really unsure.
Other cores that are still in the pool that I would consider here, purely looking at that Scarlet Mage, like the Medusa's banned out. That's the immediate one that would come to mind for me. The Wraith King is bad into Lifestealer, otherwise quite good here. It's a tough position to draft from here for Wongs, and they seem to be taking a lot of time with this pick.
I don't know. PL could be something. Maybe,
And PL's they go for. Nice, good call.
I was kind of just thinking of other heroes that are like strong this patch. That guy came to mind. I mean, to be honest, they have too much AoE. Like, Lifestealer's going to build a Radiance, that's going to be annoying. But outside of that, I think if he gets like 3 or 4 items, they actually might not be able to deal with this guy.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, early game, obviously the Distro has a really good matchup into him, but once he gets that BKB online, I wonder how you stop this PL this game. It's going to be a lot in the hands of the Outer Titan, who, as we said, especially if he's going to be facing into a PL plus presumably Wyvern lane, is not going to have a good time.
I don't know. Dawnbreaker is kind of a bullshit hero. Like, I think Dawnbreaker is just going to win this lane.
Yeah.
Oh, Mazanti going for the solar charge facet this time, actually. He took the attack speed facet the other day, and I was kind of like, what the hell is this guy doing? Is he like super fucking clever or something? But yeah, I think he maybe just didn't I don't know, click the wrong one or something. Or he just is really clever and it was better for that game. I don't know. I don't think so, because I think that fast is fucking dog shit, but
here's one AoE we didn't consider though, which I am interested in seeing. The Gore Storm picked up here by the Lifestealer. With one of those ancient creeps that does melt really fucking fast in the early game. Gore Storm, indeed.
Yeah, I think as an early answer to this, like PL illusions and stuff, it'll be good. But at that point, like PL isn't gonna be strong anyway. I mean, to be honest, it is a lot of damage as the game goes on. Like it is a lot. So it actually might do something.
Kicking off this game. Looks like 4 heroes are moving immediately in towards here. Avoxo doesn't join the smoke. He is the prefect sitting at the back of the hall, watching the others smoke, but not being cool enough to join in. Oh, they're trying to give him a cigarette. And they find the Shaman. Maniac being hit on immediately. Hit up also with those open wounds. Taking a lot of damage here. Is getting the heal out from that Wyvern, which means he's going to have E level 1, which is not ideal. If they get the kill as well here with that little use of the Glimpse. Not an ideal start here, but at least it does force the Disruptor to level Glimpse first, which is not what you ever want in a distro. That's something at least.
Yeah, but worth it, you know. Worth it to get the first blood from Azanti.
And to get the level 1 of the heal for Wyvern.
Oh yeah, true.
Makes them a lot less effective. Not having that Winter's Burn until level 2 is just a little rough.
Surprised they even went up there on Lunatic, to be honest. Like, there is no way they're fighting the level 1. These they have on Wongs. Like, unless they find one hero, like, secluded, that's it. Oh, I hear a glimpse.
Yeah, Glimpse back in the PO, tried to go for his rune. It ends up being a 3-for-1 rune exchange in favor of the side of Sentinels.
Okay, so what's...
Ooh, nice deny there from Nagi on that mid rune. And they actually does take a lot of damage on the Skywrath in order to get that, but does have tangos on him, so it should be fine. Top lane, looks like they might go out onto the Wyvern, but the Wyvern not cut out here, is getting clubbed by the ET, but the Disruptor is forced to TP down. He has the heal though, so he's fine. Look at that. The efficiency of the level 1 heal.
Yeah,
Nagi having a much nicer start to lane here though.
Yeah. Not coming into the lane all like beaten and bruised. This is what happened before.
Indeed, and we're seeing that play out in these CS charts. Well, bottom lane, it is the Shaman and the Axe. A lot more kill threat in these lanes than last game, I would think. And the Shaman, it's like the Skywrath is still extremely low from the battering that this Void Spirit is placing upon him.
Yeah, I feel like this might just be... Well, until like they have their bottles and the water runes and stuff. Just entirely what happens in this lane. They're just going to spam each other. Well, Skywrath does more of the spamming. I actually think it might get to the point where Void Spirit might not be able to lane so well with the amount of spells that'll come out.
It does feel like it's going to get a little bit hard. And in the spot lane, they're once again just spamming out these Battle Hungers out onto a Voxo on this distro. And the Shaman is trying to make some sort of a move here, right-clicking out onto this big old Disruptor. He doesn't go for the chicken fingers here, going for that big ward. I know that's more favorable recently, right? The big ward?
Yes, this big ward's OP as fuck, man. Holy shit. It's like such linear gameplay. It's like, okay, we have Snake, take something.
Hang on, damage doing a lot of damage onto the fucking Wyvern. Has the big briefcase up as well. 1 or 2 right clicks, always going to need, or even a hammer coming out here from the Dawnbreaker. Indeed, that is probably all he's going to need. He is getting healed up, but will it be enough? He has the follow-up as well with that Starbreaker, and he manages to take out Kamki in this offlane. That OP Dawnbreaker, as you say, does so much damage.
Just think this hero's going to have free lane, to be honest, especially against PL. PL doesn't really lane that well, to be honest.
Yeah, going to be a tough lane indeed. And bottom, it seems like they've really managed to keep the wave right in front of their own tower for the entirety of the lane. The pulls not being protected by the Shaman, that camp being blocked since minute 1 means that they have had full camp control. And it's kind of manifesting in a nice start to the lane for the Lifestealer, going 14-2 in a lane that he shouldn't be favored in.
No, I don't think it's... there haven't been any creep pulls or anything. Both accounts were blocked, actually, by the looks of things. I think they're just... oh, Axe.
Oh, some trouble here for sure. Potentially 1 or 2 more right clicks. So what's going to take? Voxo is here. He does have Glimpse if needs be. He probably will cop it here by going into that corner. Oh, it's not enough.
Oh,
the right clicks go 1. He's going to get denied to Ancients. Will he? No, he doesn't. King Jones gets the kill.
Oh, why did he do that? He's so stupid.
Will he not just use the Battle Hunger on it or something? Or... Oh, and now it looks like Maniac's also some trouble. Being right click down. 1 or 2 is all it's going to take. It's a double kill for King Jones in the bottom lane.
Yeah. It's daytime, brother, or you can just run into the creeps. You don't have to right-click them.
Yeah, an unfortunate one there. That is 2 very important kills going into a player who we saw last game what happens if you give this guy an early advantage. And as you say, in the mid lane as well, the spam coming off the Skywrath is starting to prove somewhat problematic for this Void Spirit. But he does get the kill on that Obs ward, which will give him a bit of gold back into his back pocket.
I mean, Nagi's still having a really good time in CS, but just laning against Skywrath, I think this is always going to be the case where you're just going to have to eat shit for a lot of the time, and, you know, just got to deal with it.
So far, the only lane that's really struggling for Wong seems to be this Axe. He doesn't seem to be getting a start. Oh, hang on. In comes the clubs. Big damage coming out from damage, but they do manage to get out there. And meanwhile, in this mid lane, a whole level advantage now for the Void Spirit. Really nice start for Nagi here. Starting to put up some dominance, but meanwhile, bottom lane makes it go out onto the Axe. They do drop the Glimpse there to try get some damage out. It's not quite enough. The Axe is now at a point where perhaps he can survive through this one. So lanes start to stabilize quite nicely for Wongs.
I mean, yeah. Still like a 1k lead for Sentinel Island, but it is early, so it might mean nothing really.
Indeed. Now, looking at these item timings, so the Skywrath, is he someone who favors going into that immediate Atos build? Is that what he's been doing in the past?
I believe so, yeah. I think so. I think it's like the cheapest item, which just lets him run around the map early and do, you know, just kill, because all this hero wants to do is kill. He doesn't farm creeps, you know, he farms heroes. And the Atos is just the easiest way to enable him to do that.
So I suppose that's the timing they're probably waiting for on their side. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, you probably are waiting for the Shirk's Blink, right? That's probably your go time, as it might be, because the PL is not going to be big for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, you can fight without the Blink on Shirks, to be honest. Like, because he's going this hip new Urn build, which is what all the cool kids are doing right now, from what I understand. You can kind of just run at them with Battle Hunger with Urn charges, you know, do a lot of damage that way. And if you've got the supports backing you up, then yeah, you don't have to get these crazy jumps. But I mean, you still get a Blink at some point, but in the early game, you know, he'll still be strong without it.
Mid lane, a lot of damage going out onto the Skywrath. He has the silence, but the 6 is there on the Void Spirit. Can he jump? He does. He lands the jump, and now he kills the Skywrath Mage. Maestro going down, TPM from damage, but it's far too late to have any effect.
Damn, you see that? He's 6 denies ahead of the Skywrath, and he was able to just inch out that level 6 before Skywrath got his. I mean, I don't even know if Skywrath was be able to do anything with his level 6, but yeah, really nicely played by Nagi and Lane to get that done.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of those 6 denies as well as that ward kill really made a difference there. Getting that 6, getting that kill, and forcing the rotation, meaning that now the Dawnbearer can't play quite as aggressively as perhaps he would like to. They take out the sentry, but they don't spot the obs on the ground to the right.
Damn, this is some fucking this is some absolute nerd shit. Or he's just forgotten about it, maybe.
Yeah, one of the two. It's either extremely smart or extremely not, and I don't care to wager which one. Meanwhile, on this bottom lane, Shirks has recovered massively on this Axe. Now 31-1, out-farming even the Skywrath Mage, doing really, really well on this Axe, despite what was quite a difficult start. And Pliskin on this...
I was gonna say, nah, he's been out. Like, the death is a bit silly, but honestly, he's been cooking. He's been doing well.
He's cooking good.
Yeah. He's been having a nice time.
He's got the urn finished up now, and he's going to start building into those phases. Top lane, they throw out that big Elder Titan clap, but it doesn't feel like it's enough damage for them to do anything with it. Out comes the Blood Grenade from this Wyvern. Could be some trouble here for the Dawnbearer. But look at these right clicks coming off in damage. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't quite connect with that last right click, which means now in comes Koro. He tries to go for the stomp, but it's not enough. Such simple minds. Down goes Pliskin. But meanwhile, the Axe in a lot of trouble in this bottom lane, being right-clicked down. Caster Curse again, Taylor. You are the Prophet Cassandra. In comes the right-clicks, down goes the Axe. King Jones on a killing spree.
What the fuck? What did I say? Someone's playing well and he's running feed?
The Prophet Cassandra, man, I'm telling you. Always destined to never be believed and be disproven. Meanwhile, they have the Glimpse ready. They could try drop it out here if they want to, but instead, they're bringing in 2 supports. They could have some trouble here for this Skywrath. Most likely dead even from the burn alone. They will take out the Shaman, not necessarily because out comes the heal from the Wyvern. Really good team back here. Nice use though of that Glimpse, but it means they can't glimpse back the other 2, so they do get a kill onto the Shaman, but it's definitely not worth it. Great rotation from Wongs.
Yeah, super nice. Keeping the Void Spirit alive. Well, actually, I don't even know if I think he was safe anyway, but being able to return with the kill on Skywrath is super good. Shutting down this Skywrath in the early game and not letting him snowball is exactly what they need to do, because we've seen how much of a monster he is in this guy.
Indeed. Jump out now. They have the clap ready on Elder Titan if they want to go for it here. A lot of damage coming out in this briefcase, but the Winter's Burn being applied onto this Elder Titan alongside the slow of that Q from this PL. Follow up with the Shackles as well. 2 deaths and fast accession for damage.
Yeah, he's having a hard one. Oh, and you see what Scarrath did as well. He smoked mid. This Disruptor sitting there. Disruptor's level 6 as well. He's desperate to kill his Void Spirit. He wants it so bad in the sky, but I think Nagy knows what's up. I think he maybe saw the what do you call it? What the fuck is
The
this
Arcane
called?
Bolt.
Arcane Bolt firing out from the smoke.
Really heads up notice there, and as you said, that kill would have been absolutely ginormous for them and one they definitely need. So definitely a closer early game than the last game. I mean, last game wasn't disastrous in terms of the early game, but this one, it's on a knife's edge.
Yeah, I would say, if anything, because they have this Scarrath that wants to snowball, and they have this PL that wants to get, you know, as late as the game can go, I'd say it's Wong's favorite currently.
Most definitely. The one thing that I will say is it has been a nice start so far for the Lysio. It looks like they're trying to make a move here. They're going in, jumping though. They do throw out the ult from the Dawnbreaker and from the Disruptor, and now in comes that Mystic Flare onto Nagy. Nagy goes down. A really important kill there. Follow up with a glimpse onto Maniac. But Maniac, with the calm, cool, collected TP, does get out of that one. But the same can't be said for Campy, who goes down. It's 2 for 0, and likely a mid tower to follow thereafter.
Too many circles for Nagy. The the Disruptor ult, the Dawnbreaker ult, the mini circle with the Skyrath ult.
Yeah, man.
This is kind of the one hard thing about this draft, is the fact that they have no save. You know, if this happens, like, obviously we talked about the, you know, they have the Wyvern E, but it's not really safe against Skyrath, you know. So if Nagy gets caught, probably he's just gonna die pretty easily like that.
The level 6 is close to coming out for this Wyvern here. They're splitting it amongst 3 heroes right now, so they're not going to get off this wave, but the next wave they will have it, and they might want to make a play off the back of this with the Axe Call for the follow-up, as well as the fact that the Shaman is likely to get 6 off this next wave as well. So they're positioning both supports towards this bottom lane, trying to force an objective potentially. Meanwhile, in comes the TP from the Disruptor. It's onto the top lane. They want to try and make a go onto the PL, but the PL is nowhere near that, so it seems like they are not going to get anything from that other than maybe doing a nice tower exchange 1-for-1, and Maniac drops down that Mass Serpent Ward on that tower.
How was that?
It's just inspecting. Auntie likes to inspect. What can I say? Oh, there he is.
Okay, okay.
Indeed,
Yeah,
down.
tower, big snake. That's sick.
Indeed, a really, really nice tower for them to pick up. They are going for the tower exchange at the top, but they're TPing heroes for this. On the side of Wongs, they want to defend this. They have the 6 on the Wyvern still. The Winter's Curse is ready if there's a response, but it feels like with that Splinter Blast, they are just able to stop this push in this place, especially because the Leicester is kind of forced to play off map here.
Everyone's kind of just chilling right now. Kind of boring Dota.
Yeah.
They it's like they like kind of want to do something top, but they're a little bit sheepish. Lifestealers want to get involved.
I'm trying to do the quintessential run and tell fake hype, but even I'm finding it difficult right now. You know? Could potentially be a go here. No, never mind. Couldn't be. Nothing, Taylor. What can I say? Absolutely couldn't be.
Defending this tower. Well, PL gets some items. Axe gets a blade mill and a blink axe. Does have his blade mill already. He's farming quite well. What is he going? He's going for the Manta first on the Void Spirit. Nice. I mean, this does kind of save him from Skywrath deaths, which is good. But probably still gonna need more than just that to survive against the likes of the Disruptor ult on the Elder Titan spells.
Yeah, the Disruptor ult I think is really his kryptonite here, especially even moving later into the game. If he does manage to build up a not net worth, can build into that Ags. It's a real thorn in the side of the Void Spirit. Looks like there might be a play going on here. They do have the smoke, they do have the damage, and the Atos reveal coming out from the Skywrath pops that Shaman immediately. So down goes Maniac. Maestro goes onto a killing spree, and they also drop down the ult coming up from the Disruptor. It lands onto the PL with the follow-up as well. A huge kill. Kamki is coming in on the Wyvern. Can he get a good curse? He does. He gets 3 heroes in the curse, and down goes the Skywrath. Huge play by Kamki.
Gets sent home.
And gets sent home. He says, I'll take my kill and I'll get the fuck out of here.
Carl did not respect the Disruptor there. He didn't think it was going to be that fast. He thought he'd be able to walk out of it or use his W or something, but It was actually a really nice play there by Voxo. As soon as he pressed the Static Storm, he pressed the Q on him as well straight after, which, you know, this big slow like you were saying. Oh,
He's not quite done
Going.
yet. Going in instead onto a Voxo, but it seems like instead it's the Void Spirit who might be in some trouble here. He has a jump ready to go in 5 seconds, and he is going to get out of this one, seems like, unless there is a Glimpse, which is up in 5 seconds, but not quite the vision to be able to do so. So Voxo chooses his battles wisely there, allows his Skywrath to take that regen rune, takes a sip of his bottle. Kamki placing a very deep ward here. Could be useful in the future, and Maniac on the left side of this tower with that smoke could make a play here. Especially with the ults all being down, but the angle isn't quite there right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top
Lifestealer got his Radiance Knight. Pretty nice timing, I believe. I mean, he has 3-0. He's had quite a free game, to be honest, so unsurprising.
There is some speculation going on in the chat, Taylor, about why you were kicked.
Oh yeah, I read it. I read it. Don't listen to.
Oh, here comes the Skywrath with another ulti, another kill. Maestro, right after dying, does this, but a nice use there of the shackles with the Mass Serpent Ward. Could be in some trouble. Manages to walk away from this one, so the wards dropped and nothing gained for it except for another kill for the Skywrath Mage.
God damn, man! You see how much he's lifestealing from this Q?
Crazy.
It's insane. I think if he doesn't have that spell lifesteal, he actually just dies there to the Serpent right clicks.
It's crazy that Twigs made a Faustian bargain with the devil to be given lifesteal to the end of time. And this is how they use it. And now it looks like it might be Maniac who's in trouble. He has the Atos up. He has one last use of that Arcane. He is going to get out with that, but then a Voxo with a Glimpse. Oof.
Wrecked.
Suddenly things going a lot more in the favor of Sentinel and Esports, starting to really take over this game with this Skywrath. But as you said, this is their strongest timing. They do need to do well here. And right as we say that, a DD rune spawns for Maestro. Oh, this Void Spirit. Oh, not quite caught there.
Yeah, I don't think it's their strongest timing, but it's definitely, you know, where Skywrath wants to play the game. He wants to go hard. He wants to go fast, you know? Like, this is... Any other game we've seen him play, and I think just Skywrath mids in general, they always just, all they want to do is kill. Look at this guy, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, caught out with the use of the ultimate. A lot of damage going on to him. 1 or 2 right clicks, but instead Maniac with the follow-up catches him out, gets off the shackles. Huge play there from the Shadow Shaman. Stops the kill onto that Void Spirit and gets an additional kill onto the Skywrath. That's 2 deaths in 2 minutes from Maestro. Well played there from Maniac.
A little bit too crazy from our Maestro. I mean, he kind of just died under a tier 2.
Yeah, maybe I'm hyping Maniac a little bit too much. You know, I always like to see the positive in players rather than the negative, you know?
No, I mean, it was good. It's our boy Lunatic was there at the right time, you know? But it was more just a disastrously bad play.
Disastrously.
Yeah, I can't talk.
But meanwhile, he drops off a Static Storm to stop the follow-up. But meanwhile, a huge curse coming out from this Winter Wyvern means that it might be in vain. Follow-up then, of course, with that Shackles. But the Shackles is cancelled by that ult coming out from this Echo. Meanwhile, he's got the Blink on Axe. He jumps in onto Mazanti, takes down a Voxo going down as well. Meanwhile, the Skywrath is back and he's ready to start slaying. It looks like this Axe is likely to go down quite quickly. But the Lifesteer came into this fight. He does have the Creep Stone and he has the Gore Storm. You need to be careful here if you're the PL. You can't stay in this fight. If he jumps out of this right now, you're probably just dead straight away. He's going to get Gore Storms. He's hit with the rock. And here comes the Gore Storm and down he goes. It's a 3 for 2. What looked like a great initial jump just turned into something quite disastrous to the side of Wongs.
Yeah, and I don't want to say that's as good as it gets for Wongs, but killing the Dawnbreaker without getting her ult off means the fight should be way easier than it is. I guess PL, I mean, he's clearly just not strong enough to take these fights yet, and I guess he knows that himself after taking that fight.
Yeah, he has the Div1 finished up, but the Manta not being finished up is pretty critical there. I mean, with the right play, a Manta can get you out of a Static Storm, potentially, based on the 1 of 3. It can get you away from the silence of that Skywrath, and without those squeals there, he just goes down quite quickly. And we saw also there that Gore Storm, the amount of damage it does with that Radiance. Meanwhile, run down now onto Kamki, pops the Rage, but Kamki just hides in those trees and gets away from this one.
Clever. Lifestealer pops the Rage in anger that he can't catch Kamki and take him home.
step inside the eye of your mind. Do you think he's looking back in anger, Taylor? Is he? Do you ever look back in anger on a Sunday afternoon? You ever do that?
No.
It's quite the weekend activity, I assure you.
Every evening.
Every evening, you're looking back in anger at the person you used to be, at the people who've wronged you. What tends to be the impetus?
Just the anger of wasted potential. You feel me?
You know what the real race potential was?
Mm-hmm.
The undefeated Wongs lineup with Taylor Dota. Looks like a go now, going out onto this. Oh, doesn't connect quite with the ult there. Does manage to get the heal therefore thereafter. So they don't quite kill the Axe, but a lot of damage going into him. In comes the right clicks from this lifesteal as well. Goes to the call, but he dodges it. Good use of the footwork there from that lifestealer. They do manage to disengage from the fight entirely, and with just a Skywrath ult used and the majority of Skywrath's mana.
One Glimmer Cape, and he's home free.
Oh. Smoke's now out onto this Axe. Could make a go here. Has the Blink Dagger, but they seem to have Delta split it on the side of the Sentinels.
I feel like they're not going to have enough damage with just these guys. Maybe they will. We'll see. We'll see.
Jump in from the Axe with the follow-up from this Winter Wyvern. But as you said, the damage doesn't seem to be there. And the follow-up of this Disrolt as well. Following up onto this Axe. Nice use there of the Curse to disengage the back of the fight. But the Axe, he's all but dead. And they have a glimpse ready if they do get vision on him. But the if and buts and candy and nuts, can they catch up in time? He jumps into the Siege Wagon. Gore Storm pops out. Meanwhile, though, in the back of the fight, the Skywrath's being chopped down by the PL. So they're more than happy with this. Even if they lose Kamki here, it's a 2-for-1, but it's still one they're probably happy with as long as this Void Spirit gets out. And it seems like he might as he walks away and jumps with that. Does get the TP off, but he's glimpsed. But he manages to get out, not quite. Second jump away, no glimpse to speak of. Can the Lifesteal catch up? He throws out the slow out onto this Void Spirit. A lot of damage to these right clicks. In comes the Stomp. The Stomp doesn't quite connect from Pliskin, so he is still wandering, but he has the Thunder Strike on top of him. They see where he is. One more right click, and there's the glimpse. Down he goes. Oh, not quite. He's still alive. This guy is Houdini, but not long enough. Down he goes. In the end, you know, it doesn't look great for Wongs, but they do manage to kill this Skywrath again, right?
I mean, the solo kill for Coral is super nice. He is the win condition right now. Like he needs to get big and change these fights because, as we can see, they're very, very rough right now. Wongs, what am I, German or some shit? Wongs had they had the Reddit. Oh,
Axe cut out here with the Mystic Flare as well as his Arcane Bolts. He's gonna go down, but he's gonna kill himself again to do so.
I mean, he's just sacrificing gold to give to the PL. It's okay. That's not the worst, really.
That's 400 gold to the PL.
Yeah, but like what I was saying, they had the right idea of going in the Dawnbreaker. Playing against Dawnbreaker conceptually is actually very simple. You just have to go on her so she can't jump to her team, and like generally you win fights. You know, if it's an even game. And they try to do that, but they only have 3 of them. Voice Spirit doesn't really do too much damage right now. Obviously, Shaman, or it was the Wyvern, doesn't really do too much either. The Axe, I mean, he's not really doing too much with the Blade Mail against the Dawnbreaker, and he's so tanky with this Treads Vlads build, you know, like they just didn't have the damage. So if they do this again and they find the Dawnbreaker and, you know, they have one more hero there, be it the Shaman or the PL, this probably works. This probably does work, but it's just a bit fucked with the heroes they tried it with.
Fight now, like to pick out around this shrine, and it looks like the first one. Oh! A cacophony of errors there. They do eventually catch out this Winter Wyvern. To be careful here not to be caught up by the curse, but in comes the Stomp coming out from damage. Likely dead here on the Wyvern, and as a result, it does feel like this Tormentor is going to go into the pocket of Sentinels.
That's funny, yeah. I think Kempke was actually just hanging around there. He wanted a ward for the Tormentor fight, you know, so they could maybe try and do something to them, but just caught them at the wrong time. They're just wandering up to take it.
Indeed, and now the shard gonna go into damage on the shard. So his shard, a nice one to pick up. That is the one that gives you the Echo Stomp lowered cooldown, as well as the alt cast switch spacey thingy. I don't know how it works. It seems very complex, but I'm sure that Pliskin does.
Yeah, I mean this is actually really good, to be honest, especially because he has the Ags. And he is going for the Echo Saber decks. Actually, he wants to be punching. He wants to be punching people in this fight, or in this game. So the fact that, you know, Oh, he blinked under the creep wave and
Yeah.
called it with.
Indeed,
Holy
and now
shit.
he's hit up with all the damage of the Skyrath. He's probably just dead, and indeed he is. Maniac does throw out the shards, but in comes the Dawnbreaker this time, pops him immediately. They don't manage to get the connect with that Void Spirit, so it's a 2 for 0.
Why the fuck my +3 can't get a creep wave?
Ah! He called them.
Salty gets kicked.
Why you only call me when you're high? You know? All I can say here. And it actually immediately enables them to get a really free Roche off the back of it. Taylor, would you have done that as a member of Wong's Bakery?
I mean, I might have died there, but I wouldn't have blink called the creep wave. Probably.
Yeah, really
Actually,
rough
no, I
one
wouldn't
there.
have died there. I probably would have 0 deaths and like 30 kills or something.
Yeah, I think so. And a massive schlong match. Looks like they're going to potentially move towards... They're backing out of Roche. They don't think they can take it in time. It's going to move to the side of the map.
Oh, okay. That's why. I was like, what the hell? Of course they can take it. But yeah, that makes sense.
So unfortunate timing there. Something we haven't mentioned much is this Outer Titan. He is farming extremely well. 8.3k on Pliskin right now. He is almost caught up with the Void Spirit.
It's fake news. Shard gold, you know. But he is farming well. He's farming well. He's having a good game.
You did say that later it goes, but what if he gets the 100% cleave, Taylor? You know, 25 gets the 100% cleave.
Ooh,
pops down the PL.
That is a good one. I mean, from what I've seen so far, it looks like Elder Titan is a pretty good hero in the PL anyway. Like, it's looked pretty good.
With the follow of the Disruptor, definitely. On its own, I think it might lock the lockdown. Jesus Christ. Lack the lockdown. Jesus, kill me. But in any actuality, I think that it could be highly effective here with that
We're all
backup.
struggling a bit today. It's fun.
I've caught your mumbo disease, you cunt. Now I'm just trying to pick it back up. Meanwhile, speaking of catching something, catch this drive onto this Wyvern. The Scar's going to go on him, strangely enough. I guess he's waiting for a bigger kill, but he is spotted up by that Watcher. Yeah, quite connection. Now they're going in onto this Roshan instead. Nobody really positioned from Dire to be able to contest this one here, right?
It doesn't look like it. I mean, Axe has to be the one to do it, but no one else is interested. Either they don't know or they don't care. They'll just be like, fuck it, take some tier 2s. I'm gonna get a Scotty in PL, then we win the game, maybe. He's got a heart now on the PL, actually.
Yeah, a lot more survivable. Making it go, though, now. Onto this Shadow Shaman. Could be in some trouble. Meanwhile, the Axe getting right-clicked down by the Leicester. Very aggressive positioning here.
Look at this.
From King Jones. Could be in some trouble. They've got the Shaman. He is very low, though, so a dangerous position for him to shackles within. It does reveal their vision, though, and it is pinged out by the side of Wongs. They do choose to disengage without using any of the ultimates, actually.
Yeah, he bought Orchid on Lifestealer. That's cool. He just ran up. When he ran up to Axe and used that on him, it was kind of like jump scare a bit. I was like, what the fuck? Whose is that?
I suppose you're playing to Void Spirit plus PL, right?
Yeah, I think it's more like he can just go in the supports, you know? Like, he can go in the Wyvern, and that means Wyvern can cast his ult or cast his E, and he can just get the free kill, you know? Probably mostly for Wyvern. I mean, obviously, ideally use it in the other guys, but oh shit.
Out comes the ulti onto Kamki immediately, pops him down, and in comes the heal from this Dawnbreaker with that solar charge and that BKB. Able to stay alive for quite some time here, not much damage, but meanwhile, this Skywrath gets immediate pop, and a Voxo on the Disruptor lands the ult on nobody, gets popped, and manages to glimpse the support to safety. So a very rough fight there for Vox, but in comes Pliskin, and he's big. Can he do anything about this? Doesn't look like he wants to. Meanwhile, Hex comes out onto the Dawnbreaker. Out comes the Mass Serpent Ward as well. A huge fight so far for Wongs. Can King Jones save it? No, a great call coming out there from the Axe. Saves the fight. Manages to do a huge amount of damage onto the Lifestealer as well, who's now looking like he's up shit creek without a paddle. And it looks like it's going to be a team wipe with the Aegis going down. Can they get the second life? They have the Shackles. They have the Hex. They have the Taunt coming out from this Void Spirit, but doesn't quite connect there with the Shaman in time to catch him with those Shackles. So they do get out on the Lifestealer, but that is still a team wipe in favor of Wongs, and a super important fight with almost 4k gold being exchanged.
Huge. I mean, such a good start of the fight. I mean, I think they just... Oh, actually, it wasn't even, to be honest. They started with the Wyvern going down, which meant they were able to get the Scarith kill for free in return, but it was so messy. it was so messy. Like you said as well, like the disruptor fucked up his ult, and they had no one with it, which maybe is a big reason why the ult was, or the fight was so hard. But even then, like, kind of already seeing the strength of the PL. Like, I don't think he was touching that fight. I think he just did whatever he wanted. They do find the
Now onto Axe, and they throw the ult on him as well. They have another ult coming out for Dobrik. They want another fight here. After what the PL did them last time, this feels a little bit scary. Takes a lot of damage initially there on Koro, but he is managing to walk away from this one. BKB popped by this Dawnbreaker again, trying to do something here, but these PL illusions are just too strong. They're forcing them back. They're shuffling him down. He's got the heart as well, so he can come back into this fight in just a few seconds, and they do choose to disengage. Ends up being just Axe in exchange for nothing. Smoke now coming out from the side of Wongs. The Lifesteer breaks the smoke, your best smoke breaker, to be honest. He's not in any trouble if he's caught, and he goes immediately out onto this Shaman, but his rage is going to run out soon. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Does manage to disengage in time, but nothing gained there in the end.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oof. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Even though he has this orchid and can run another fight, go on someone, if it's not the Wyvern, they're not going to die.
Yeah, it feels like the rest of them are all just staying alive now. Now PL building into the Scotty, tanking up hugely. We saw that fight. They just have severe issues even killing the PL illusions.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this just gets better and better for PL as the game goes on. Prize, he actually didn't opt for going for the Mjolnir on the Lifestealer. Like, this had him very good against PL, but like maybe
he needs to be careful here.
Instead of the
Sorry, don't mean to cut across. They've got the ult up on the Disruptor as well as... Oh, he does manage to invis out of this one. They've got the ult on the Disruptor here and a Hex finish on the Scarith Mage. They need to be pretty careful. This is the one thing that I think potentially could kill this PL here, no?
For sure. If he gets Hexed and he's got the ETR on him with the Scarith shit, like, he can die, like, 100%. Especially with the Disruptor ult, like you said. Like... yeah, I mean, he can die. 100%. 100%. It's just how they deal with him in these messy fights, you know, where there's illusions flying all over, flying all over the show. That's when it gets impossible.
Indeed. The Axe going to far in the bot lane, and the Scarith joining him. So it looks like we're going to enter another low period here, Taylor.
Yep. Fun stuff. How was the cruise?
It was, you know, very pleasant. I spent most of my days sitting in a hot tub, just talking the ear off old people who clearly didn't want to talk to me. And that's my favorite place to be in. You know, ask them for advice on their storied lives.
Yep.
I met some interesting folk. Interesting being the key word here. I met a guy who was a local Reform UK councillor. Deeply unpresent Andrew Tate hype boy, but very funny to make fun of without him realizing it.
Axe? Farmer
Call it. He saves the call.
Scarith not there. If Scarith is there with the Hex, they can kill him, but because they get the BKB up, it's too hard.
Yeah, with that BKB, just not possible to make go there, even with the damage in this Lifesteer. The Lifesteer, has to be said, you know, he's very farmed. He's equally farmed to this PL, but even with that Orchid, it just feels like he finds it difficult to kill any target that isn't the Wyvern, essentially, right?
I mean, his damage is okay. I mean, mainly he's better at kind of like outlasting the enemy team.
Oh, smoke comes in. They have the call coming out here. Jumping immediately onto the Scarith Mage. He has the heal coming out though with the follow-up of that ult. And down goes Nagi almost immediately at the start of that fight. The curse comes out, but there's no one else cursed up. The sleep from Pliskin as well is doing a nice work at disabling this PL. They still will lose a Voxo almost immediately thereafter, but they managed to get the glimpse off. It doesn't quite connect there in the end. So Koro is able to get that kill. Can they get followed buyback now from the Disruptor? Right clicks raining down onto this PL as best they can. Really nice sleep the backlines. Catches both the Axe and the Winter Wyvern. Stops the supports from getting in onto this fight. And now they're making a second go in onto the Axe. This Shaman is incredibly low, and they have the Infest to save the Dawnbreaker. It's a 3-for-0 so far. With like 3-for-1 with the buyback. And now they don't have detection for the PL. So he is able to walk away from this fight, but still a fight that heavily favors the side of Sentinel Esports, even with that buyback. Pliskin played a fucking stormer in that fight. Holy moly.
There was so much going on, I couldn't even pay attention to it all, to be honest. I saw him for points of it, battling an Axe.
So in the first half, oh, that's his dieback.
They're trying to kill me. them being the neutrals.
Yeah, his own team. So that's
I
a
mean-
Voxel's dieback. So it's been a while until we're going to see a Disruptor back in time. Right as his ult respawns as well, which is really unfortunate, but they do get the
That's
shard on him,
fine.
which is quite nice.
I think, you know, in my opinion, you know, if you are one of the ones, you know, out of the 2 heroes eligible to get the shard, and you die to the Tormentor while it's getting taken, you should get it, just like as a, you know, like a sacrificial token. Like, yeah, bro, you died. You kind of deserve that shit, you know?
Taylor Dota confirmed as a woke DEI supporter. Get this guy out of my fucking call. Get him out of
What
my
do you
cast.
mean,
What do
dude?
you mean? Yeah, Doge is gonna take your fucking crypto job and throw it down the toilet, sir. How fucking dare you?
What
That's all I
I
can
don't,
say.
dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man.
Sorry, metaverse job. I don't know the fucking difference. Fuck do I know you do? I don't know what you do, Taylor. I don't understand what you do. It's too complicated.
It is too complicated.
You
I don't
know what you
understand
do?
what I do.
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna say. Like half the
It
time when I'm
doesn't-
talking about Irish Dota, this is the shit where it's like, oh, I'm a Bujuglu engineer. I'm like, oh, cool. I have no fucking clue what it means. And then I asked them like, oh, you know, I work on systems. It's like, all right, cool.
Dota players, tech nerds kind of go sort of hand in hand, I guess. Just nerds.
There's so many people whose jobs I just will never be able to understand. But the job that
That's
is
okay.
understood is the role of Essential Esports, who are doing very little, but are trying to get some vision down here. They do already have that ward. That ward is spotted out there. They're pinging it quite aggressively. They're moving in the PL as well, so gonna chop down that ward in ample time, I'd imagine. But mostly getting out of that area as not to be caught. Meanwhile, this Lifesteer has actually taken over the top of the net worth charts and has almost finished up that Aghanim Scepter. Only 500, say 50 more gold until he has it. That's a nice answer they'll have into that PL. If he chooses the right one. If he chooses the right one. If he chooses the right one, allow me to say.
What do you mean? Sorry. Oh yeah. Well, not really. It doesn't disarm anymore, so it's kind of more just for oh, going on the
Flames come out from Voxel.
campy. Oh,
They do throw out the ultimate from this Earth Splitter. It does
you keep
connect
behind?
in the end.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be.
He has no
did he
TP
cancel it,
though.
maybe?
He's going down. Chop, 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 chop. Wasting a lot of time at least. The dog
It's
is on
gonna
his
take
leash.
a while.
Ooh, ooh. What the fuck, Mazanti?
Panic button, Dawnbreaker ult. Fucking get him, boys.
Get him! I don't know how Radiance works, man. Don't worry about it. Use the ult.
Here's. Where are they? I think they're middle in, taking a tower or trying to do damage to a tower. Did it achieve much? Oh, it's actually. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's doing quite a lot.
These snakes are not balanced, man. Look at this shit.
And they're letting it do its work. Oh, we're getting an
Almost got him.
inspection. The Roche is being gone on now, though. It will
Roshan has
shout.
roared.
He has roared. They are aware this is going on. The Axe, though, is not quite in position to respond.
Yeah, I guess they just don't care for it again. It's 2 times in a
Yeah.
row. They just didn't want. PL does have a Scotty now. He's getting quite tanky. I don't know how much this Scotty specifically will do. But what I am interested in for him though is he's getting close to his 25. So we'll have this -4 seconds doppelganger CD talent, which I think is what people take. But I'm not 100% sure. But like, I just don't think he's gonna be able to get killed with this talent, you know? Like he's already kind of running circles around them a little bit, but
Yeah, and when I look at the item timings of the set of Sentinels, none of them quite scare me as much as that 25. I mean, Bliskin almost has the Crystallis, I suppose, but we haven't seen him really being able to use the briefcase to great effect in these fights so far.
nah, he's been doing a bit of punching. He punched PL a wee bit. He punched Axe a wee bit. Like it's some good damage. Mainly, he's been doing work the stomps like in the ults.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they've been slapping. That has been yeah.
No, he's been hugely disruptive. Like even I mentioned that previous fight where he locked down the lifesteal for the first half of the fight, didn't let him hit, and then managed to get on both the Axe and the Wyvern, enabling. That was the only reason that last fight went well for the side of Sentinels. But less so on the right next part. Gonna be some trouble here from Maniac. Oh, he pissed and
Does he get
sharded.
out?
Potentially, they still have the glimpse.
And disruptor.
He's in vision.
Oh, Axe wants to go in the sky.
Indeed,
And he
jumps
goes.
in the sky. He's almost dead. He does the ult from the Dawnbreaker. Almost into kills, but he manages to pop out that infest with the heals.
Oh
A
my days.
huge double kill. Shirks goes down, Nag goes down, and now it looks like they're going to follow up with a kill onto that shaman. So the heals coming off the Dawnbreaker and the infest and the lifesteal are too much. An absolute knife edge of a fight once again. If there's maybe 50 more damage there, that Skywrath goes down, but the lifesteal and combination of the heals is just proving too strong.
You could have just dunked him.
Yeah, you could have just... Would you have dunked Taylor? Is that what you're saying? You would have just dunked? If I was Taylor Dota in that instance, I would simply just dunk. Is he going to make a go here onto this
What the
Kamki
fuck
Wyvern?
is this?
He has the Hex. Oh, ankle's fucking broken.
Yeah, that was kind of sick.
Sheesh. Man's doing the no jumper, cha-cha slide. Manages to get out of that one. Really important that he does so as well. That would mean a pretty bad kill to give over.
Man, sometimes you just say things and I'm like, I don't get it, dude. But it's fine.
You're not supposed
I like
to.
it. I like the words you're saying. They sound nice.
Thank you. That's literally what I do, you know? I'm only here to provide flair to non-interesting moments. Nice, actually thing I didn't notice there was that the shard is picked up there by the Winter Wyvern, which is able to delay this game considerably with the heals on those towers. PL still marching towards that 25 on him as well, but this tier 2 looks like it is going to be all she wrote. Meanwhile, the Skywrath going psycho mode, half HP, standing between the tier 2. They spot him. They have the vision. He's going to get called. He's going to go down here. They have the heals, but is the heal enough? It might just be with all of this lifesteal. He manages to ethereal step, but the chop comes out this time, and this time it's not enough. They thought the ulti from this distro, but it's not enough with the stun coming off of Maniac on top of the lifesteal. They're going to have to get out of this one. He jumps inside the distro, but they have the curse coming out from the Wyvern. Can they land it? It doesn't look like they can, and instead it's a jump in from the axe onto this big Elder Titan. Down he goes. This distro is trying to run as fast as he can. It looks like the distro is going to get out, but they are hot in pursuit on the back of this lifesteal. They throw out the Ether Stomp. They're in towards him. Doesn't connect quite with the Remnant. So it's a 2 for 0 off of what do you have to say? Maestro is getting a bit big for his britches here, perhaps.
Yeah, I think we're just saying Scarth maybe go into the lick him a bit. Did he have the greater healing lotus? Surely he wasn't stunned for that long. I feel like he should have been able to get that off, actually.
He got off the self ethereal blade, so one would think so, but looks like a go now instead. But in comes a taunt. It lands immediately onto this big lifesteal, but a lot of damage with the Aegis. Nice use of the curse there, but he's raged up, so it doesn't really matter. They do kill off the axe in the meantime, but now the PL is in with that mass serpent ward on top of him. They do have the heals. The static storm doesn't quite land on anyone again, so Voxo in a lot of trouble. Channel, nice use there of that big shackles with no HP on him. A very brave play there from Maniac. Does manage to get another kill. They glimpse back this shaman, so he is likely to still go down even with this, with the right click coming off in distro. Still a 2 for 1 in favor of them, but not the worst fight in the world for Wongs either.
Lifestealer is just like 1v9ing.
Yeah,
he's just hitting and he's just not going down in health. And I don't know, fuck man. I don't know if I'm just stupid, but I wish he had a fucking Mjolnir so bad. Like the amount of times he's hitting in these fights and the amount of like illusions there is, like that he would like help burn down and stuff with it. Like I don't know. I mean he's a better player than me, so he probably knows better. But I don't know. This is probably just my monkey brain like versus PL thinking this, but I don't know.
I don't know. That monkey brain brought you to an undefeated record with Wong's Faker. And,
oh yes, don't you forget?
Yes, very good. You took down the mighty June. But in actuality, no, that's tomorrow night. It's tomorrow night.
Because they're so bad at arranging their games. Looking at you, Moisey. Well, not you, actually. It's.
I'm sorry, they're really cool, hot guys with stuff to do. You know, it's what it is. You know.
Retards, you can't answer Discord.
Hey, call them that way you want. They're still my retards. Don't you dare. You're not allowed.
Nah, they're chill. They're chill. But I just wanted to play Dota against them.
Elder Titan switching up his build, changing from the Daedalus over to the Nully.
What are you buying Nullifier against? They have the Glimmer. Wait, what are you hovering over? the 4 stuff, the Glimmer, the Aeon Disc as well. Okay, yes. And the I can't see what you're clicking on when I'm watching the broadcaster, you know. So I need to like click through the items myself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Looks like a fight could break out here. Both teams smoked up in position. The Skywrath could make a bait here potentially. Don't fall for it though.
Ooh, they
But
found.
instead, it's the Void Spirit down at the start of the fight. Void Spirit does manage to survive from the heal, but one more Arcane Bolt's all it's going to take, and down he goes indeed with that Aghanims as well. They do lose their Distro in exchange. Distro buys back immediately, recognizing the importance of this fight. There is no Roche to fight for though, and there's a Shackles coming out onto this Dawnbreaker. It pops the ult, but instead in comes the taunt from the Axe. In comes the stomp. Oh, there's going to be a big briefcase here, baby. Out comes the stomps, but he's hit up with that chip away. Nice use there. The Winter's Curse as well, stopping the back lines. It looks like the Nullifier is dropped onto a Vox, so he's almost dead. And out comes the Invis, but it's not enough. The big ulti coming from Skywrath is doing a lot onto this PL. Ooh. The PL goes down.
Holy shit.
What was that?
And it's not Caster Curse again, but in my head I was thinking, and I was about to say, this PL's unstoppable, man. He's just running around. He doesn't give a shit about anything. And then one Hex E-Blade. That's just 100 to 0 him. What is that? Insane. He 100% did not expect there to die there on PL. Like that was a lot of it. 4k HP he has, and Skywrath just went through it like it was nothing.
Very unfortunate start to the fight with Nagi once again. Finding it difficult to find a way into these fights with all the silences they have for him, and you know, doesn't get his BKB off that fight before he's caught with that ultimate from the Disruptor. And it's not an Aghs ulti, but he will have an Aghs quite soon. Next fight likely to have that completed. X comes out, but the Hex might be in vain. 1 or 2 right clicks, all it's going to take. The last little Arcane Bolt is still flying towards him, but he does have the Oblivion Staff. Nice dodge there. Oh, here comes the Pliskin Ghost.
Run!
Oh, no,
run!
no, run! He gets out just in time. Do you believe in ghosts, Taylor?
Ghost?
Mm.
No. Should I?
Do you tell ladies that you believe in ghosts, and so that you can, you know, play into their deranged astrology fantasies or any of that kind of shit?
No. What
No?
the hell?
You don't do that?
No.
Oh, that was your vibe.
Maybe I have in the past actually. I don't know.
Do you own a CoStar?
A what?
The app CoStar. Do you have CoStar?
I don't even know what that is, man. I've never even heard of this.
I'm glad. That's normally my my test of a man, is whether or not they've downloaded CoStar before. It's an app. I know this from like, so I was, you know, single for like 5 months before I met Fran, and it's an app that you put in the time and date of your birth, and it tells you your compatibility with someone based on the stars. Listen, I was down bad, man.
Fucking loser, run and tell. What the hell?
Bro. Listen,
bro,
you know,
why would
you
you
download the
why would you
CoStar.
say that on live stream? Why would you fucking tell people that?
Oh, who am I gonna fucking upset? Oh, I'm not as cool as the other players of Irish Dota. This is the thing that people did. I bet you in the chat, someone else. Casting, fight going on. 10 Shower Shaman. Looks like they're gonna go as well onto the Wyvern. Wyvern buyback as well. Meanwhile, the backlines don't manage to catch anyone. A good start to the fight for the side of Sentinels, but in the backlines, they do manage to kill off that Skywrath mage. So this fight likely to be done. It looks like they still want to keep going, though.
Yeah, he feels good on the voice bird.
Yeah, this is a dangerous go here for the side of Sentinels. They have the BKB popped from Pliskin damage as well. They're doing a lot of damage onto the PL. The PL could be in some trouble here. He is hit up with that Infest.
Ooh, the Infest.
They do know where he is. Doing a lot of damage. The Gore Storm. Follow up with the Stomp. Stomp. He manages to dodge it with the Manta. A really important dodge, but the right click still going through it. All throughout it, out comes the Starstorm on top of it as well. 1, 2 right, in comes the call from the Axe. It saves him at the last minute. This PL being kept alive is so important for this fight. They are probably going to lose their Axe thereafter, but the Dung still comes down to Mizanti, and it looks like now is the Lifesteal's in trouble. Pliskin trying to come in, trying to do some bashing, doing what he can. In comes the Skywrath Mage. He's back into this fight, doing some damage out onto the Void Spirit. So far, though, they did die back on Shirks. But they do force the buyback from the Skywrath.
Damn. It was so close. It was so close to getting like the lifestealer as well, but he just this Infest cooldown is so low. It's on a 20-second cooldown with his Axe. That's pretty much what he bought it for. He was able to get it off again after the Axe called the 2 or 3 of them, whatever it was, under the tower. Like fuck, man. Like if they get the lifestealer here, like that's such a game-changing moment. But sadly, it doesn't end up well, and Shirks actually diebacks for it. But I think he did still get Coral out on the PL, which is one kind of good thing that came out of the dieback. So it's not the end of the world.
The dieback does save Coral there, and the net worth exchange ends up being rather even. But once again, that axe being down for a little while, once that distro is back up, he can go out and he doesn't really have to care about the Dawnbreaker connecting because he will have the ultimate back up. So they'll have about a 20-second window where if they can take a fight, it'll be super, super beneficial for their side. And they do show there on the Wyvern, so if they can take advantage of this, this could be quite big. The PL does have the 25 talent now, 28 on this PL, in fact. Meanwhile, Lifestealer matching that, but more importantly, Distro with the Ags and actually really close to the 25 in him as well. When he has that massive puddle, it is quite problematic for the PL.
Yeah, if he gets trapped in there, Scareth being alive, as we saw before, he can just die instantly.
There's one more 25 I want to point out, by the way.
Look what he's picked up.
It's the Outer Titan.
The Outer Titan? Oh, is he? Oh, he's getting close to it, actually. He's getting very close to it.
The cleave.
Yeah. I wonder how much it's actually going to do. I mean, if you get a lot of damage up, then yeah, fuck yeah, it's going to do a lot.
Could be big in these fights. I think damage has been the issue so far for the side of Sentinel. Their lockdown is definitely superior. But with the exception of the Lifestealer,
I know the
Skyra
Lifestealer. I kind of think this Lifestealer might be unkillable now. Now that he's got this butterfly, how did they kill him? They had nothing for the butterfly. They are struggling to kill him as it is.
Making go now onto Roche. They have the Mass Serpent Ward popped within it. Going down quite quickly as well with the PL. Kamki is there, standing guard. And the Axe is also there. They're going to have to go very quickly if they are going to make a play here. It doesn't look like they're going to be there in time. And because the Lifestealer, perfect timing. Does he steal it? No, Coral manages to get it there in the end. The ult does come out onto this Wyvern.
They get Shirks on the side.
The Shirks looks like he might be in some trouble. Down goes the Axe. He has no buyback, but they also are going to lose Pliskin for this, but he gets a huge amount of damage. Never mind, he's not going to go down because the heal's coming off this solar charge on this Dawnbreaker, and instead it's the PL who needs to turn tail and run, but instead of turning tail, he goes onto the Skywrath, and the Skywrath pops him down. That's his Aegis down.
Days.
3 heroes down, and now the Skywrath up shit creek, paddleless, Hex, in trouble, going down. Sentinel's Island Esports are doing it.
He's got the buyback in PL, but this might be it.
A huge fight there for the side of Sentinels. Just some miscommunication there and some very important heroes getting caught at times and they really couldn't, Taylor.
Yeah, he tried to go for the wraparound on the Axe. I guess because he saw them fighting already above the Roche pit. But didn't see the Skarath, and looks like the Skarath solo killed him. I think he just... Yeah, he did. He solo killed him. He just caught him with the Hex, I guess, before he could do anything. Yeah, rough.
Taylor would never. Taylor would never.
I probably would.
Taylor would. Nagi's dead.
And he's just done it again. I mean, this guy's Scareth, man, just kind of fucking cracked.
And they're straight on to the Ancient now, and there's no buyback here for the Axe. The PL trying to hold his as best he can. He does pop it there in the Void Spirit, and they pop it on the PL. Now they're coming in, they're trying to make a play, but it's 3 versus 5. They don't have the other heroes back quite yet. He is nullified. He is running away here. The BKB is already popped, and now this Lifestealer, as you said, is just standing there. There's nothing they can do against him.
Kind of unkillable with this butterfly.
This is a really big series. If they can take this 2-0 on the side of Sentinels, they put themselves at the top of this group based on play-by-play. It's a head-to-head. Wongs baby. Oh, the PL's been caught up with the Hex. He's dead. The Skyrath pops him almost immediately. The follow-up coming out with that heal from this Dawnbreaker. Maniac also going down. They pop the curse, but it's just too late. Secondary ult comes out as well. They've caught out Kamki. This is all she wrote. This game is looking all but dead. Jump in now from Shirks, but it's too late, too little. Itty bitty, not enough. GG, well played. Call from Wongs. Sentinel and Esports pull off the 2-0 in this series.
Really well played by Sentinel. Like, I mean, this Lifestealer pick, 18-0, fucking kind of mocked them a bit. I mean, yeah, to be honest,
1-2-3 fraud check. I mean, GG. Oh,
it's no. They're both they're fellow Danes, they're Danish people. Just a little we're from the same country banter. It's nothing serious. But yeah, I mean, this guy on Scareth, like, he had a bit of a slow start. it looked a little bit rough for him. But you know, as soon as he got that hex, holy shit! Like he was doing so much damage. Like so, like I don't know if they had to try and buy some Lincoln or something, or they just couldn't show until he showed. I don't know. Whatever it was, they outplayed the shit out of him.
This Maestro guy and Scarith Mage, I just think it's a hero you have to ban, right? He's just too good on this hero. And he has such effect on it. Like, I know you don't want to ban a Skywrath, but
you
holy
don't
shit.
ban a Skywrath, but yeah, he kind of wrecked. Yeah.
Anyway, folks, that is a 2-0 in favor of the side of Sentinel and Esports, which in terms of head-to-heads puts them, I believe, at the top of this group.
I am not sure. I think they did 1-1 a series.
Yeah.
But
right.
yeah, that probably does put them at the top, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not really paying attention to the standings, but I would assume it does.
A really big game there, one that has certainly turned the tide of this tournament. If you are interested in getting involved in Irish Dota, if you enjoyed the show that we put on for you tonight, if you want to cast, if you want to do stats, if you want to play, if you want to do anything at all, please
live for something. I can feel my blood, it's rushing. This ain't goodbye. We'll be back someday. And we will find our way. Take control of our fate. And like a car with no brakes, crash and burn, make mistakes. And we'll be back one day.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Watch out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's defiantly. Go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender.